Hello?
Right. Guys, I think we've got... Is there something going on today? Like, some kind of... Something to do with Legion, maybe? I'm not sure. You know of anything, Julian?
Nah, I think maybe it's the Guild Wars.
Yeah, it must be Guild Wars. Must be Guild Wars. That's gotta be it.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me... Oh! It's our beautiful faces up on the cameras. Hello! Hello, Twitch chat.
No.
Very, very nice of you to join us. It's me and my boy, BerntDasBROT, aka Julian2468, joining me on the casting chair. Very, very exciting. Haven't had you here for an Overcup in a while, so thank you for joining me, dude. I know it's hard for you to drag yourself away from inting Green Spirit in the tournament, but I'm very pleased that you have nonetheless.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm very sad that I can't int Green Spirit professionally this Nova Cup, but maybe next one.
There's always next month, dude. There's
exactly.
enough inting to go around, you know?
Yeah, maybe I can do it in the ladder for the upcoming month to compensate.
Oh, you absolutely can. Absolutely. Like, Green Spirit, he's hit his legend badge already, hasn't he, this season?
Yeah. Surely.
I mean, like, everybody's hit legend this season, so Green Spirit must have done.
Yeah.
Like, it would just be embarrassing if not, right?
Yeah. If he hasn't,
he must have done.
He probably should uninstall if he didn't, but, you know, he definitely did.
Yeah, he definitely did. Like, everyone has. Everyone has. Okay. Yeah. But enough about Green Spirit, because I think we've got a game on our hands. So, in the first round today, we're going to be casting Flight TV and Papazita. That's the Tropical Airlines duo. And they're going to be playing against Shadowwings and Dark Quacker, aka Rubber Ducky, which is a pretty exciting matchup.
Yeah.
Any preferences for you on those teams?
I mean, just based on names, I think Rubber Duck is more fun of a name than Tropical Airlines.
Rubber Ducky's a pretty good name. I mean, Tropical Airlines is fine, and it's obviously topical because Popeye is tropical, and Flight, well, you know, it's got planes kind of connotations in there. You know, I can see where he's coming from. But Rubber Ducky is just, you know, next level meme.
Yeah, exactly. So just based off that, I give it to Shadowwings and Dark Quacker.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I have seen Dark Quacker play with Schnurd in one of these Nova Cups.
And did they do well?
Yeah, they did well to lose 2-0, I think.
Okay.
Maybe they won a game, I'm not sure.
That's pretty good. But I mean, that's obviously Schnurd's fault, though.
Yeah. He built the zero-stack Lionesses and stuff. But Quacker had also some rough builds, not gonna lie.
Yeah. But, I mean, that was probably just Schnurd telling him where to put stuff, you know? Like, six alpha males all next to each other, so they've all got 6 stacks and all the rest of it. Yeah, it's gotta be. Gotta be. Alright. What positions, please? Shadowwings wants to be red.
Okay. Do we swap positions as well?
I think we should. I think, if anything, we should probably play against Shadow and Quacker. Like, maybe we can just sub in and let Flight do the casting. It's probably going to be better for both sides. Like, the casting will be better, the playing would be better. I think it's just all around a win-win.
Yeah, probably. Should we ask them?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you can. You can offer the compromise and see what they say.
No, I think.
Oh, right. It's doing the thing again. Like it thinks it needs to compensate for my light in the room.
Nice. That's very smart.
Yeah.
I think my camera is fine because I'm basically sitting in the dark as per usual.
Nice.
Which is where I feel right at home.
Good. To be fair, it's just saving the Twitch chat because nobody wants to see my ugly mug anyway. So
that is
again,
true.
Win-win.
Win-win.
All right. It looks like the game's underway, so we're probably going to get a bit of a match slightly earlier than expected, which is fantastic. It means we can stop talking crap, start talking games. Better.
Yeah. On a serious note, I think Quacker and Shadow have the significant advantage in terms of elo, so I definitely favor them. But
they do
you
have
know,
the elo advantage, yeah. And as everybody knows, the kind of defining factor to winning a game is peak elo, right? So Shadow has the peak elo advantage, which means it's pretty much impossible for Flight and Papai to win this one.
Yeah, I agree.
But guys, we've got a game on our hands.
Woo!
Let me flip over. I know you want to just keep looking at Julian's face for a little bit longer, but unfortunately, it's time for the game.
Oh, redraw.
Redraw from Quacker. Flight's on the cash out. Shadow and Papai still undecided. There's the cash out on Shadow.
I always wonder why it takes people so long, especially in tournament games, because you have a plan going in, right? You have a plan, don't you?
Maybe it's like check the spells and see what happens, or like see what your mate's roll is like. So Papai's gone YOLO, which is fantastic, by the way. Big brass balls to go for YOLO in tournaments. But maybe he was like, Flight, you go in, you check what your roll's like. If your roll is good, then I'll risk the YOLO. If your roll is bad, then I'll play something a bit more consistent.
Yeah, maybe. Or he just was AFK and just came back in time. Who knows? Oh. Will we see snails? Will we see snails?
Oh.
Oh!
2 snails on 1 pretty much just wins the game here for Quacker and Shadow. However, they've gone for king ups. And Flight and Papai, they're try-harding.
Oh,
they're
disgusting.
saving Mythium. And I've been reliably informed that saving Mythium has absolutely 100% no counter.
Yeah, you save for like 5 waves in a row and your win percentage is at least 120%.
At least 120%, and I don't care what any good player says.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are going to get the 40 send here from Flight onto Shadow, but Shadow is cash out with his Crusher, which means he can add 90 here, and if he just goes for, Windhawk or Warg, there's just 0 chance of him leaking here, I think.
Yeah, if he goes Aqua and the tier 1 in the split, he would leak to
the 40
DT, but not to double snail.
The Fire Archer should hold a 40 cent, right?
Fire Archer
holds a 40 cent basically when you're 4 workers.
Yeah, but he's 5 workers
because
he is
of
5
cash out. Because of cash out. What a tryhard.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing is not tanking very well though, but it's just fine. Yeah,
it's just fine.
DPS is too high.
Yeah, he put it there in case he gets a DT, so the DT and like 1 creep go on the Fire Archer, so it still lives. But he's always fine, and he's probably gonna go 7 workers now and put tremendous amounts of pressure onto Papai, who's very weak on wave 4 so far.
Papai, and he can't really do anything about it either. The best he can hope for is maybe like a Sea Dragon or something, but it's really not all that.
Well, he has 2 options. The first one is the good option, which is press this blue Q button, which gives him 4 new fighters.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
But if he does not do that, then he should shift here and get a Harbinger on wave 4.
Well, Shadow did not go 7 workers. He actually added an Aqua. Imagine overbuilding.
Yeah, and I don't understand. I don't really agree with that decision because Flight can't send him too much. And Quacker
he could have
safe.
40'd, and I think a 40 would have leaked 2 units.
Yeah, probably.
So he's probably just playing safe. Like this, how is Flight doing against the DT send? It looks like he's going to be pretty fine. And obviously Papai is holding here against the no send. The next wave where he's starting to be in a bit of trouble. Shadow does go 7 workers now, by the way, after this snail send.
Yeah, Flight did reroll. I don't know if he changed any of his units. Papai has not rerolled so far, and I think that's a big mistake because he's really going to be in trouble here.
He's on a rough one here, and he doesn't even get to add like a hardened Mudman or something, which would be pretty good. Like he could just tank the Dino forever with a hardened Mudman.
He rerolled. I don't know what he got though. I can't see it. Oh no, don't run out of time! Don't make the bunny!
Oh, we can't add a bazooka though.
Oh no, 44 gold!
Oh.
Ah!
That's just ugly gold for him with his YOLO roll. No tier 1 obviously makes it hard for you to spend all of your gold.
That's why the game coach always gets it. Oh no!
He's just gonna leak everything. Oh, that's good tanking though.
Yeah. But he's gonna penny leak the dino, no?
He is. I think he can't kill it.
Rough. And fly it with the cover.
I think if the dino went onto the serpent, he's just leaking like over 100% though.
Yeah.
So still decent aggro for him, and nice cover, teammate. Very good.
And Shadow Wings 9 workers after the additional income send. He's really pushing hard here.
Shadow's about to snowball to the face of the moon, dude.
Yeah, and I don't know if Popeye can recover from this, you know. He's getting a brute resend. He's getting... he's not getting the 40 out.
But he
so
will
it's only
get
going
a
to be an 80.
snail with the brute and Popeye. What's his answer? He's got 90 gold. He probably just has to add another steed. He does.
That's not enough. The serpent is dead value. The steeds get ruined by the brute. The sea dragon doesn't really have a good target to heal. I don't see him holding here.
No.
But maybe at least Flight has the canopy.
Yeah, this time Flight covers.
Maybe he uses his pack rat's ability at some point as well.
He probably doesn't know the pack rat has an ability.
Fair.
Alright, and they are starting to put the starve on to Quacker and Shadow. So if I look at these builds, I mean, if I look at Shadow's build, it's got wave 7 written all over it. Quacker's obviously a lot stronger there with his Archer, with his Nakamata.
Yeah. But I think this is just too much gold that they are losing by leaking and the long waves with the worker disadvantage. I don't think...
I actually did okay here. Like 53%, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. But I think Shadow is gonna stabilize from income alone now.
Yeah, he is. He's just going to be on value pretty much whenever Flight decides to send.
Yeah.
So that early aggressive push there from Shadow, going 9 workers on 4, really paying off for him.
Yeah, and the Cannoneer from Popeye giving up all the pressure that he had. Quacker is gonna hold easily because he has the Harbinger.
Well, Quacker is doing what Quacker does best, which is overbuilding like a madman. So he's plus 30 here after being saved for a couple of waves. 690 value. And he obviously doesn't need to build next, which means he'll add 100.
That's typically how he plays, yes, I agree. Shadow did go for the Violet here because he was scared, and Flight did decide to save and hunt. So now he's under threat of leaking.
He found the ability. Yeah. That's impressive. I thought Flight had the T key surgically removed from his keyboard, but apparently not.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know if the Canopy wins against 4 Roccos, though.
He's not pushing anything, though.
Oh, Popeye, no!
No! Oh, and Flight leaks as well.
Oh, no!
Oh, dear.
No.
That's, yeah, this is what you were saying, dude. Like, they're just hemorrhaging gold now. Every time they leak, it's more gold on the side of Quacker and Shadow. And what's more is Popeye let his foot off the pressure there as well with the income send against Quacker. So if you're going to income send, you kind of need to hold as well. You can't income send and then leak 67%. And
also, I didn't see it, but I see it now. Popeye sold a steed last wave for a butcher. Oof. He had a steed here.
He did.
He got this, and he still leaked 4 creeps. So Quacker and Shadow already on fire. So maybe the Mimic can leak Shadow. So, you know, there's a shutdown. And Flight did sell his pack rat, which he hunted once and then instantly leaked. So now he sold it for a buck.
Sold it, yeah. He's learned his lesson.
Oh, the Swedish pawn shop.
Yeah, but hopefully Shadow leaks here. It is a 220 send, it is a Mimic and a Brute. So this is some much needed shutdown for the side of Flight and Popeye, and a decent chunk of gold on the Mimic as well. It's last hitting everything. Look at that, 18 gold Mimic, 25 gold shutdown. That is a juicy send there from Flight TV.
Yeah, but I think it's just too little too late, probably. You know, look at the workers. It's 10 workers for Quacker and Shadow and 8 for Flight and Popeye.
Yeah, it's a rough one. But Quacker now forcing to income send. He's feeling a little bit scared. Next wave wants to make sure he can get his Trinity Archer online. If Papai decides to save again, this might be dangerous for Quacker, and he does. So Flight has a second bunk now on wave 8. Interesting, interesting. I mean, he's obviously holding the income send of Quacker. I'd maybe prefer him to have, you know, some workers, perhaps.
I mean, he's minus 40. How do you expect him to push?
Rude.
I
mean, he's only able to push one worker for every 40 Mythium he receives, right? So.
Yeah, true.
But I assume he'll push 4 workers now, or 5 workers, sorry. He did get the DT there last second, so Flight now going to be able to push up to 13 workers off of this send. And Papai,
I wonder if this
Hermit pretty heavily.
Yeah, I don't think this Hermit is really going to threaten
No,
him.
he's got way too much value. He's 970 value here with Coiler, with Pegasus. He's easy holding. Flight obviously holds the 200 income send as well. So far only pushed 4. He needs to push 1 after income as well, otherwise he'll be failing his own rule. And he does 13 workers. Amazing.
Oh, no. Overpush.
Overpush. Flight
oh,
TV.
no.
That's rule number 1, dude.
And look at Quacker's value. Look at Quacker's value. Like, how much value can you get? Yes.
Yes. He's plus
He's
40.
shifting 60 gold. No. Build the Mudman. Thank you.
Is he hardened? No.
He ran out of time.
220 send, and the Trinity's pretty bad, but obviously the Harbinger's very good, and the Mudmen, they're pretty good as well.
Yeah,
So
I'm not sure if...
He needs to get the wave on top of the Harbinger, but I think he's about to get the 3rd summon, and that's just too much value. He's not going to leak.
Yeah, I was going to say, here are imps on Shadow's Lane.
Post-income
I
imps from
think
Flight?
those were post-income, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think they were.
Yeah. Shadow and Quacker both on fire. 50 gold shutdown on Shadowings! I've never seen a 50 gold shutdown on wave 10 before.
Well, I have seen it, but not on Shadow. But I think he might manage to feed it instantly here, because if we look at his lane, he does not have any good units. I don't know, maybe he holds the no-send.
Got one.
True.
I think no-send is his only hope to not feed the shutdown here. And 50 gold is decent. Well.
Yeah, that's half of the Venture that's in the game, you know?
Yeah, the Alpha Male's still alive and the boss is at 50%. I think he's just got enough value to survive it. But like a single dino probably changes things.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, look, this is still close.
Yeah.
Kinda close.
The thing is, there's Venture in the game, so obviously it was impossible pretty much for Flight and Papai to send on 10, despite Shadow being very weak there.
Ooh, everyone is venturing, and I don't know that it's the perfect decision for Papai and Flight.
I mean, Flight's putting 40 into his Orchid there. Sorry, 20. Counting is not my strong suit. Yeah. 24 now.
I mean, with the income send, I think Flight is going to be fine. Papai has enough value, and
and the Hardened Mudman and the Lifeline
should be
good, yeah. Pretty ballsy for Flight and Papai to venture here. This might be one of those we're pretty behind, so let's just risk it.
Yeah. They'll be happy with the income send.
Income King against Shadow and Quacker as well. So Papai holding against the 300 send. Flight TV with his 24 gold boost, by the way, is not holding.
I mean, the 3 King Ups really ruined him.
Yeah, the 3 King Ups was just the icing on the cake. It was just too much for him.
Yeah.
But how much did he receive there? 260 Mythium, so that's 6.5 workers he needs to push now.
Yeah. I did not see... He was on 14, right?
I think he was on 14 because he overpushed, so now he needs to go to 20.5. Light.
Push.
Where's the 20.5 workers, dude? Come on.
Come on.
Alright, Shadow's still on his 50 gold shutdown. 239 gold shift. But he's very strong here.
Maybe he thinks he picked Creditor.
Maybe.
It happens to me all the time that I think I have Creditor and then I have Venture and the other way around.
Yeah, I normally get the opposite, where I pick Creditor and then forget I have Creditor, and then don't shift any gold.
Yeah. And then you get pinged angrily by your teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
But honestly, my teammates should just be happy that I'm carrying them the whole time, you know?
Yeah, fair.
Alright, is anybody going to go for a 13 send? I wonder if Dark and Shadow read the Venture from Flight and Papaya.
Yeah, they have to read it. Like, just from power score alone. They know they didn't take Thavior. They don't have good targets for Divine Blessing. And they didn't jump in power score, so they can easily deduce that this is Venture because they are good players. So...
Shadow's roll, man. Dirty. Popping out the Phoenix on 13 for both Dark and Shadow. But Shadow has the Leviathan as well, which is just a disgusting combo. Mind you, Quacker has the APS, which is pretty solid for the Leviathan, for the Phoenix and the Trinity Archer. I think both of these guys are just going to scale really hard.
The only thing, if there's one thing that worries Shadow and Quacker, is that they both added a Phoenix, and the send is most likely coming 14. And Phoenix is not known to be the best unit on wave 14 with its magic damage.
They're both just going to be so far overvalued, though.
Yeah, it's fine. And there's only income coming, and they just save, so...
Yeah. Okay, this game is really starting to feel hard now for Flight and Papaya, because after this income send, Dark and Shadow, they can either just push giga hard and go for a kill on, say, 16, which I think is a good play.
Yeah.
Or they can do whatever they want. Like, there's no pressure against them after this income send. The ball really is in their court. They can send when they want, they can push when they want, they can not push and save longer, just whatever they want to do. The world really is their oyster at this stage.
Yeah. With Shadow, it's typically the save longer option. But now that he gets 460 Mythium, he has to push 11.5 workers.
Yeah.
So let's see if he goes for it or not.
His Phoenix is actually dying, by the way, against the income send. Imagine if this was like 4 eyes.
Yeah. But you really need double 4 eyes, and 460 is not enough.
Not enough. But yeah, both players easily chomping up the income sends here. They are going for the push workers option, which is good. Yeah. Shadow not quite pushing 11.5 though, so somebody hasn't been watching his Flight TV YouTube videos.
Yeah, I think he should really go back and watch the guides that Flight TV puts out there. Ooh! Pyro!
Pyro? Nice.
Hidden Pyro?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Pyro.
Nice. Well,
but he'll need to sell his split on 60, or at least do like a clumper tank or something, you know?
Yeah, and even then, like, even if he holds, Flight is just leaking everything, and if Pyro is bad at one thing, it is covering. So I think they are still in a lot of trouble. And Flight and Quacker don't need to kill them on 16. It's totally fine if they deal like 70% king damage. And then just go like 18 or 19 or whatever.
Yeah. Shadow now on 100 gold shutdown. Quacker on 75.
Oh, L1.
Oh, the Centaur into Pyros. That's an interesting decision. A double Centaur. A Centaur from both. I mean, I can kind of get the Centaur onto Flight, because he's got a lot of Arcane Swift stuff.
Yeah, upgrade the King attack, guys. It's very good against the Swarm Wave, especially when you have AoE units.
Papaya, you need to kill the split, dude, one way or another.
Yeah, sold one.
No. It's gonna kill him. His pyros are gonna deal half damage. He's not even hardening.
No!
Light TV's going for the 60 gold shurikens there. Uh-oh. 900
Oh,
Mythium walks into the lane.
Well, at least the split died quickly, so now the Pyros are attacking everything. But...
Yeah.
And now the wave splits onto the Coiler, so the Pyros are not attacking everything anymore.
So he holds, right?
Yeah. Easy hold.
Easy hold. Flight TV 154% leak, Papai 128% leak. This may not be lethal, but it also might be lethal.
This is lethal.
I mean, it's a 50-50, right?
It's either lethal or it's not.
Exactly. Shadow and Quacker just winning the 50-50 there. Victory in game number 1. So a 1-0 lead on the side of Rubber Ducky. Not just a 1-0 lead, but also the moral lead with their superior team name.
Yeah, exactly.
And if we just look at the graph, like Rubber Ducky, they were ahead pretty much the entire game there from start to finish. Like there's a little dip on 1, which I think is just caused by cash out. But the story of the game was pretty one-sided, I think. Like this big leak on 4 against Papai, re-leaking on 5 against the 80 resend, leaking on 6 as well. That was a yikes. Like both of them leaking to a Fiend on 6. And then sure, Shadow gets wrecked on 7, but just too little too late, as you said. Both of them holding the big wave 9 sends. Kind of still ballsy from Flight and Papai to go Venture on 11. I did like that play from them, so respect to kind of playing for their outs. But it just wasn't enough. And then this income send on 14 really sealed the deal. Dark and Shadow can just do whatever they want, and it turns out whatever they wanted was winning on 16. So, well played, those guys.
Yeah, GG. But now the new format comes into play.
They have to choose a different option.
Yeah, and Dark Quacker is a one-trick pony with redraw.
Yeah.
He cannot play if he does not have the perfect roll. So now we are waiting to see what he will pick, and if he can manage to roll the 6 or 7 perfect units with his roll and reroll.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a rough one because, as you say, it's literally impossible for him to play if he doesn't have the perfect roll. But isn't any roll the perfect roll if you have enough value?
Well, yes.
Alright, so it turns out that Papai has just gone for a comfort break, if you like. So we've got a couple of minutes now before our next game.
Yeah. I mean, I can swap in.
I mean, I don't know. Like maybe Flight wants a chance to win.
But then he should swap himself out, I think.
Yeah, true. Alright, I'm just reminding the teams about the Conquest format. So for anyone in the chat while we're waiting for Papai to get back in the game, the new Conquest format is inspired by the Shadow Cup that was played out last weekend, and it basically means that after winning with one Mastermind option, the teams have to choose a different one. So Dark Quacker won with redraw, Shadow Wings won with cash out. That means Shadow now cannot play cash out again, and Quacker cannot play redraw again. They can play any of the other Masterminds, they just can't play with one that they've won with.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like player specific. So Quacker can still pick cash out, but Shadow can also, and Shadow can pick redraw, but Shadow can't pick cash out and Quacker can't pick redraw.
Yeah, exactly. Flight and Papai, obviously, they can pick whatever they want. Conquest only kicks in once you've won a game, and it just kind of narrows your pool, and it kind of forces players then a little bit out of their comfort zone, so those Giga tryhards who only ever play Greed are going to have to experiment with different Mastermind options, which I think is very good for the game.
Yeah, I really like it. I think true mastery of the game shows that you can play in any situation with any given cards. So you can play with an amazing roll, you can play from ahead, you can play with a shit roll, you can play from behind, you can play with different options. And I think this is what really separates the good players from the great players.
Yeah, exactly. Just a bit of versatility. And honestly, the Shadow Cup last weekend was just a lot of fun. Like, I really enjoyed the new format. Obviously, his format was a bit more detailed, but it's nice to just introduce like a slimmed down version of that into the Nova Cup, I think. So we're kind of testing it out in Division 1 this month, and if it's successful, then we'll make it permanent and maybe roll it out to the other divisions as well.
Yeah, I think this is more of a Division 1 thing, probably, but...
Yeah. It probably doesn't make as much difference in the lower divisions, and to be fair, Like, you can't necessarily expect someone who's maybe in gold, elo, or something like that to force themselves to play different mastermind options, whereas the Division 1 players, well, you can expect them to do that. So
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's also the thing that in Division 1, like, players are so good that they can adjust to mastermind options and play them in a different way. Whereas in lower divisions, probably picking a different mastermind option will not necessarily result in a very different playstyle.
exactly. Whereas, yeah, like you say, so in Division 1, different mastermind options can have a pretty big impact on the pace of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if we see some Fiesta today.
Oh, I would love some Fiesta. Now, Shadow actually does play a decent amount of Fiesta on the ladder. So if anyone's going to do it, I think it might be Shadow. Trying to get the light adjusted on my camera is just not working. So luckily the players decide to start the game, and we can get out of this darkened camera that I just can't seem to escape. So guys, game number 2. Let's go.
Yeah. Castle
on the Quacker. Okay. So Shadow, I would say, has to play something with a bit more tempo to try and cover the castle's slow start. So, you know, either Cartel or YOLO, something like this.
Cartel.
So Flight and Popeye stick to their guns. It's Cash Out and YOLO. And Shadow does go for that Cartel, so he's planning to cover his mate's weakness. And honestly, they're kind of both covering their weaknesses, right? So Shadow can just push really hard in the early game and try to scale. And Quacker will get that castle income kicking in after 10. Or vice versa, like they can play super starved with the extra income, which is maybe what Shadow will go for.
Yeah, but if Quacker gets a good game, he has a carry role. He has the Ocean Templar Gates with Magician, which is really strong if you're ahead. And
there is Magician. Yeah, there's nothing like Hero, I think, is better, but Magician is still very good on that. And he even has the Disciple as well. The problem is he's kind of lacking in tanks.
Yeah, but he can still reroll.
Yeah, I mean, all you need for the first 5 waves is Gun and Gargoyle anyway, so like he's sorted until then.
Yeah. I want to point out that Flight is starting Zeus with Cash Out despite having Bone Crusher and Aqua, which I think is a mistake, because Bone Crusher 5 workers is such a strong opening.
It really is.
Especially if you expect them to king up, because you can almost always go 6 workers then, and it's really strong. And I think, especially given that they are the weaker players on paper, you should try to take early advantages, even if it means you gamble a bit.
Yeah, just take some risks, and like they're 1-0 behind as well, so why not? You know, like just go all in, go for the high variance plays. If it works, you win a game. If it doesn't, well, you know, you're kind of unfavored anyway, right?
Exactly.
Flight's got the Ogre Monument, by the way. Very good looking statue there. Obviously not as good as the Golden Legion King, but it's not bad.
Yeah, at least he has something going for him.
Yeah.
Right, double so snail into a flower.
Here. I mean, I don't think it's going to work. Do you know if flower and 210 value holds a double snail? I'm not sure.
Well, it depends. I had a teammate earlier that managed to leak on wave 3 to a DT with flower with 210 value, where the flower is stronger.
What an idiot. Yeah. Who could that have been?
I don't know. I mean, I know that he had 2 anglers positioned behind the flower, and it was a bit of a clown, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a bit of a clown. Alright, Flight going for the Ranger with his Zeus. I mean, that is a good combo.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Bone Crusher, but you have to build it on wave 1 Flight.
Yeah.
But that's because we're streaming with delay, so you only heard me now.
Yes. Alright, so I think with his 285 value, he can just about hold the snail on 3. And Quacker, who very skillfully rolled gargoyles with his gun, will also be able to hold the triple snail on 3 himself. Shadow going 6 workers, staying 210 value after getting the double snail on 2. Pretty nice start for him. But all 4 players actually on 6 workers, so Flight and Popeye determined not to let Shadow and Quacker run away with this one.
Yeah, and Quacker is staying 6 workers. He could push 7 here with the gun and gargoyles, but it's a bit risky because Popeye has 6 workers and he can Probably resend 2 snails, but it doesn't leak too bad to 2 snails. 3 snails, however, absolutely ruins gun plus 2 gargoyles on 4. So.
But he only gets 2, which is less than 3.
Does he build? No, he just shifts 60 gold. Okay.
Alright,
I think
so let's have a look.
leaks. I think this leaks, but not massively.
He's got the pretty good tank between the gargoyles, but now everything's on the gun. This should be a decent leak, actually. Yeah. Okay, nice call, Flight TV. 42% there on Quacker with the double snail. That is bang for buck. Papai. Sorry, they've changed lanes.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow with the Hermit on 5. Papai might be in trouble. I don't think he's got any hope of getting the Orchid, but he can add the Pilgrim, which I think is decent on wave 5.
It's the best unit for wave 5, but it's not great with Fire Elemental, and here's why.
He has no tanks.
No, because the Fire Elemental wants to solo tank the Scorpion King and kill it, and the Pilgrim also wants to do that. And those.
But he could maybe like put the Pilgrim in the split or something crazy.
Yeah, but it's not amazing. I think what you do is you just add like another Infiltrator and boost it.
I quite like this positioning though, because like this it should tank the split after the Peewee dies, and he's got some pretty solid single target magic damage.
Yeah, it all comes down to whether he can kill the boss quickly.
You just need to add enough to kill the Scorpion on 5.
You don't go full suicide. No, but it dies before it gets second heal.
Yeah, that's actually really bad. You need that second heal value. It's so big. So he's killing some, but it's just not enough. And meanwhile, Flight is not covering his teammate. Did receive 80 Mythium, so expect him to push 2 workers.
Yeah, but you know, we saw it last game, right? Wave 4. Papai gets the big send, leaks. His teammate does not cover. This game, wave 5, Papai gets the big send. Teammate does not cover. And this makes it a lot worse.
So much king damage as well.
Yeah, if you get a big send and you leak, it's not the end of the world if you have workers, and Papai had decent workers, but you really need your teammate to cover. But Flight TV is going for a bit of a what we call a Steenie build, because he has only DPS units, apart from one Crusher that does...
a tank.
Yeah, one tank.
He's not fat, he's just a little bony.
Yeah, and that's why it's not enough tank value.
Alright, so a Lizard resend from Quacker. Flight should be able to hold this, and Papai boosts again. I mean, Papai with that value should be able to hold this here.
Oh, no!
Uh-oh, and he still didn't get the second heal off from his thing. This is a big leap from Papai.
Flight built his lose.
80% Flight! How do you leak this Flight? It's a Lizard! Come on! Oh no.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is starting to spiral again for Papai and Flight. Like, it's pretty much following the pattern from game number 1. At least this time Flight has a lot of workers, so he is leading the game in that sense. And there is a big send, so 2 brutes, snail. Oh wow, yeah, Quacker's easy holding with the Vulcan cannon on wave 7.
And Flight is gonna be on value. If he wants to be really safe, he's gonna sell the flower for a bunk. Yeah. He has done that in the past, but I don't think he will here because his teammate is safe. And with 2 more Peewees, I don't think he's necessarily leaking too much. He also doesn't have too many tanks. Or is he gonna stim? No, he doesn't.
The send is not that massive, to be honest, from Flight. It's only a 180, like there's no... It's not like there's an Ogre or a Mimic or something like that, you know?
Yeah, and, you know, Flight is 600 value for wave 7 now. He's probably leaking the income lizard, or maybe he holds, but it's very hard for him to recover if there are no massive leaks on Quacker and Shadow.
And Shadow will leak, but he's not on fire this time around.
And you're fine with this leak if you're Shadow. Yeah, like, this is 2 broods.
That's 47% against a 180 send. Like, Shadow is very happy with himself there. Now pushing up to 10 workers.
Yeah, Flight is on 12 workers, which is a very aggressive push, which is probably what he needs to do to come back into the game. But now he's forced to income send to catch up on value. And I think that Shadow and Quacker will use this opportunity now that they don't have any pressure on themselves to save, and probably go for a kill or even more king
and
damage.
Flight's building the Cursed Casket here on 8. That's going to just ruin him on 9.
Yep. I think we're looking, and you know, Papai is also very weak on 9 and 10, so I don't think that they will be able to hold well enough on wave 9 to really continue the game.
And this was a full send as well from Flight, spending all of his Mythium here. Shadow's obviously going to hold against it, and yeah, they don't even have to send 9 if they don't want to. They could just go straight 10, even though Flight has the Daphne there. I think Papai is just so weak there, and of course all of the gold put into that Cage of Pain is just dead value on 10, so they do go for a 9 send, and I think this is just still going to be bad enough for Flight and Papai. The Flight now needs to sell this. He doesn't though, but he has Gate. How does he not just sell the thing and build a Gate?
Maybe he does not know that Gate is the best unit in the game for wave 9.
I mean, these probably have more like effective HP on the wave, to be honest, because he doesn't have any other tanks. So like the Gate is never going to get its full 5 summons out. So maybe it's okay.
I don't know.
Harden, Papai, Harden.
Harden!
No.
No.
No Harden, no Orchid boost. This is going to be a bit rough. A little bit rough.
Yeah.
But
Castle is good.
he's going to get a second heal off, right? No.
No. Castle is good if you win before wave 10, right?
I think so, yeah. Like, Castle is meant to give you the early game boost, right?
Yeah. Yeah, really making use of the early game boost here by Quacker.
Yeah. Solid Castle performance there. Quacker really showing us all how it's done.
Yeah.
Even if they don't die here, which they do, by the way, they definitely die here. But even if they don't, like the worker situation is just unwinnable for Shadow and Quacker.
Yeah. Or unless.
Well, unless. No. It looks like he survived there. Shadow and Quacker once again winning the 50-50, killing the enemy king. Victory,
Getting
wave 9 this time.
Incredibly lucky, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so fair play, Shadow and Quacker. Nice, commanding 2-0 there.
Yeah.
And this was a quick one. So if we just scroll back through some of the waves quickly, we can see wave 5, Papai leaked. Not too bad, honestly, against the 120 send, but Flight wasn't able to cover. Wave 6 was the real killer. Like, wave 5, okay, because they were kind of starving you on there, so you expect to leak. But wave 6 was just, you can't afford to leak back-to-back like that. And the 80% as well on Papai was just too much. Like, he was on value there, so the 80% leak was just, it's just way too much.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to handle some mod stuff real quick.
Okay, sure.
Just keep talking.
So they were able to get a bit of a leak on Shadow on 7, but it really wasn't enough. So the 180 send there, just they needed way more basically. And then the income resend just gives them a free reign, and we see these 200 plus sends on 9 just closing out the game. So very, very solid play there for Shadow and Quacker, winning 2-0 and moving on to round 2 in the Nova Cup. Well played, those guys. So let me see, is anybody still playing round 1? It looks like Robbie and Archicum are on wave 9, so I'm going to hop straight into their game. I assume this is a game 3.
Yeah, maybe game 2. I mean, we had 2 quick games.
And we had 2 quick games, you're right.
Alright, we're specking Archaicum. Okay.
Yes, I hear the leak noise. Pro tip, by the way, spec Robbie, because his name's shorter. Or you could also spec L1 if you wanted to be really efficient. Alright, it looks like we're just getting into a game where Doofus and L1 are kind of in the lead, but Archie and Robbie have a lot of Mythium in the bank. They don't send on 10, which I think is fine because L1 has the Trinity already, and presumably he gets his Kingpin here as well. Let me
Alright,
just
the modding stuff is
L1
done.
for the score.
Oh, Robbie and Archaicum going for the zero fun gameplay again. Giga
Yeah.
Starve.
Giga Star.
And of course they don't send on 10 because there's all-out assault in the game, so you don't send on 10, but you send all-out assault 11 with like 500 Mythium.
There are defensive options though. There's the Allowance and the Divine Blessing. And honestly, Divine Blessing, if you use Divine Blessing just to hold the kill send on 11, then it's paid off, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Doofus does not have a good option for the Divine Blessing. It's useless on all his units. Well,
L1
not
could
useless.
maybe put it on Kingpin. I think that would be a good use. Like, obviously,
Or
it's better if he has lifesteal or something, but yeah.
I don't like it on the Chieftain for Doofus, and I don't like it if he buffs the Fury.
Okay, so he has put it on the Kingpin, so both of them going for the kind of all-in Divine Blessing play. They're expecting to lose their blessings here, I would imagine, but they're also saving.
King,
what?
King,
guys?
Upgrade your King, please.
Guys, they can max the King upgrades here.
Upgrade the King.
Guys, hello?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They might have the value to do like well enough here, but not against the 500 send. But like well enough that with King upgrades they could survive, but I don't think well enough. I mean, maybe I'm just talking rubbish because actually Doofus is doing very well.
Yeah, the double 4 eyes is just in.
Can he kill one of the 4 eyes? Can. L1 does leak. Are they?
Yeah.
I think they survived this. They do.
They survive. Yeah, they survive.
So maybe they're just absolute 5-heads saving their Mythium here.
Maybe. But I think against the proper ascend, this is not looking so well.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Doofus and L1 clearly just better players and human beings than myself and Bernt.
Yeah, I mean, human beings was out of the question.
Yeah.
But when do they send? I mean, they are a giga ahead according to like power score and joules, but
yeah, I mean they've got their 350 Mythium each. I could see wave 13 being very good against what Robbie and Archaicum have. Like with his red eyes here on 12, I think Robbie's just in a world of pain. Like, sure,
he has this unit.
He has that unit, but I'm gonna die. And Archaicum also has the double ball. I mean, sure, Archie can add a Fatalizer, but one Fatalizer going to be enough?
Yeah, I think with 34% King, you're in a really rough spot if you're Robbie and Archaicum, because you can actually die on 13. Even to a small leak. So... And there are the sends. Robbie and Archaicum saving, okay. I'm a bit confused.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're trying to style it on Doofus and L1. So the way that Doofus and L1 saved their Mythium on 11, they're saying, we can do that too, guys. You know?
Yeah.
We too can save for next game.
I wonder, like with this boar and this upper split, there can either go 2 units on this or 3. If there's 3 on this area, it dies and Robbie is fucked. If it's just 2, he might be completely fine.
And it looks
like 3.
And
it's the 3.
And the consort tanks nothing. I believe
Goodbye.
he
GG.
is... I think the medical term for that is fucked.
Yeah. But the Kraken is actually the worst possible send into Archaicum, so good job finding that.
Well played. L1 is pretty good at finding the worst then. Like, I'm surprised he didn't just send Centaurs here.
That would have been better though.
Yeah, but the DPS Kraken smashing through Archaicum's defenses, and this looks like a GG. So we've got a 1-1 on our hands. Okay, this is content, Twitch chat. Are you here for the content? We're going to see a full 3-game series in round 1. Well played, Doof and L1, eyeing the series, and now we're going to go into all the marbles, game number 3, everything to play for.
Yes.
All right.
Just in time.
We can have a quick look through some waves, see what happened. L1 leaking. Was he Fiesta? He was Fiesta.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a nice Fiesta leak on 1, a not so nice Fiesta leak on 2. We got big leaks on Archie and Robbie with just income sends there on 4. Oh, L1 had a bit of trouble there on wave 5, it looked, +4 sunglasses. And then
Small leaks are fine.
big sends on 7 against Archie and Robbie, which didn't get massive damage done, but I mean, actually, looking at the damage done to the king, it was pretty effective.
Yeah.
And then they were just saving. Massive sends on 11, but Doofus and L1, both of them with balls of seal, taking that divine blessing, spending it so that they could survive this send, not spend their Mythium, go for the kill on 13. Really nice play, actually, from Doofus and L1. I doubted them. Twitch chat doubted them. You doubted them. But they stood firm in the face of adversity.
Yes. I would like to test the sends at some point and figure out if those were the best sends, because I think double 4-eyes into Doofus is just horrible.
On 11.
But, yeah.
I mean, I think it's... Yeah. Yeah. Like, double Ghost Knight, how does he ever kill the Ghost Knight, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we won't test it now. We won't test it. If anyone in the Twitch chat maybe wants to test Doofus's build, let us know how he does against a double Ghost Knight. Yeah, I think the answer is not well. But we need to hop over to the next game, I think, Mr. Burnt.
Yes. I'm already there.
Nice!
We're only waiting for you.
Ah, there's always one.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to wait for the casters? Archie says yes. Casters ready. Alright, so guys, it looks like game number 3 is on the cards. Place your bets now. Team, that's Archaicum and Robbie versus Mon TV, which is Doofus and L1. So everybody's favourite streamer duo playing against one of the old powerhouses in Archaicum and Robbie.
But they changed name. They are now called OnlyFans soon.
OnlyFans soon, okay. Well, I would certainly subscribe to that. But game is underway.
Okay, greed from Doofus. What a tryhard.
What a tryhard. What a tryhard. Archie's on the cash out. Robbie. L1's on the cash out. Okay. So it looks like they have remembered the conquest format. They're mixing it up this time.
I mean, I don't know what Archaicum and Robbie picked first game, so maybe they don't pick double cash out there and now have to be disqualified. I can't imagine that, but
yeah. No, I think they know what's up. Everyone in the Discord was pinged with the rules before starting, so
yeah, they picked greed like tryhards in the game they won.
Oh, disgusting, dude.
Absolutely disgusting.
So is Robbie gonna go for the Avenger start?
Maybe.
And is there a song related to the Avenger that you can think of? The Avegna?
The Avegna?
The Avenger?
Avenger?
The Avenger boys are coming and everybody's jumping. Oh, Robbie's left the game. Oh, they have to FF.
Oh.
Warum? What's going on? Maybe something's happening with Robbie?
Maybe.
Something's happened. Something's come up with Robbie. Oh no! What a way to end the game!
Oh.
I really wanted to sing Venga Boys to the stream.
Oh. Oh man.
It must be something serious, otherwise he wouldn't just dip out mid-game.
Yeah.
Okay, well we can close out of this one then. We can leave that to the tournament organisers to sort out, and we can see if there is any other round 1 game still ongoing. Right. So I can see Papaya's casting Division 2 with Flight. I don't know if any round 1 games are still ongoing.
No, this was the last one. This was the last one.
Okay, so who do we want to cast in round number 2? What?
So I think we should go for some... I mean, we will probably see King Dance and Wither on the second day, right?
Yeah, I would imagine we'll second day.
Same
maybe
with
we go.
Drachia and Lucy.
Yeah.
So it's either Duo is No Crime versus Canadian Starve or Enabled versus Rubber Duck. And given that we already casted Rubber Duck, it's probably the other one.
So duo is No Crime versus Canadian Staff.
I think that's how I would make the decision right now, but I'm open to other decisions. If you just want to see FC Lucy clap 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 clap, then I'm also
that
open.
could be a good shout. And also, there's a bit of a story behind that game because Giga Tryhard versus OnlyFans is a repeat of the Shadow Cup semi-final, so that might be an interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine casting either. Like
Well, let's
whatever
go into
you.
that one then, because we were hoping to cast the L1 and Doofus game, and we kind of got booted out. So I'm pretty sure that everyone in Twitch is just eager to see what happens with L1 and Doof. So let's follow their game into round 2. All right. Telling other players that they can start, and I'm going to tell guys that we.
All right, let me take a quick toilet break while we're waiting for them to get ready. So just give me 1 minute. I don't know if you want to go on break for a minute or something while we wait. I don't know what your plan is.
I'm sure the Twitch chat happy to have a minute's break. So I will pop on the schedule screen. Sorry, you're going to miss my face for a couple of minutes. And yeah, just while the players get themselves sorted out into the new lobbies, we will be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right, so by popular demand, Twitch chat would like to see our beautiful faces while waiting for the game to start. So, Julian, any interesting anecdotes you might like to tell? No? Okay. In that case, can I tell you about the Dyson AM07 bladeless fan? You're muted, by the way, I believe. Oh, guys, he's ignoring me. Look. Oh, that way. This guy. Imagine ignoring Pennywise, UK. How bloody rude. Give him the Kermit treatment again. So not only, like, Julian actually has quite a few similarities with Kermit the Frog. The most obvious being that they sound identical, right? Like, you can't tell them apart. Julian, Kermit the Frog, they sound identical. But the similarities don't stop there, because both of them have a hand right up there. There it is. Nope, still muted. Still muted. Okay. Alright, guys, so the upcoming match is going to be Drakir and FC Lucy. That is the Giga Tryhard duo. And they are up against Doofus McDooface and L1, which is OnlyFans soon TM. And this is a repeat of the Shadow Cup semi-final that we saw last weekend, so a bit of a grudge match, if you will. Drakir and Lucy did come out top in that one. They won with a score of 3-1. But this is only a best of 3. So let's see if Doofus McDooface and L1 can stick it to the Giga Tryhard duo and make it through to day number 2.
It's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Here's the game.
Oh, YOLO? Drachir?
Drachir, YOLO?
Excuse me?
I mean, he's got a pretty solid YOLO roll, I would say. Like, I would be happy if this was my YOLO roll. And Lucy obviously just has the perfect roll, as always. Drakir going for the snail on 1. So I guess they probably checked Doofus and L1's strats, saw that they were playing Fiesta, and probably hoping to snail them. So I'd expect Lucy to do the same and just think, like, we're going to catch one of them with Fiesta. But neither of them are Fiesta.
I think it's also the case of them feeling like they have the advantage. So they just want to be, you know, if you don't snail a Fiesta opener, he instantly has an advantage. And this advantage is bigger than getting a snail with, you know, a non-Fiesta.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, Doofus has the Pota start. And by the way, the new skin is really nice. Really like this one. Like, it's kind of fine when she's just stood there, but when she actually starts fighting, the skin looks really good. So I'll zoom in again on that and show everybody in the Twitch chat just how good it is. Of course, the Priestess attacks 5% faster when you buy this skin.
As always. And it deals 7.5% more damage.
Yeah. Oh, Drakir with the golden Wave 19 frog. Very nice.
Ooh, yeah, true.
I mean, it's no Legion King, obviously. But it's not bad. Right, look at this Priestess. Oh, look at that beautiful flame aura when she starts healing herself. Amazing.
Yeah. I consider locking in Priestess every game I play just because of the skin.
I thought your favourite unit was the Bazooka.
It is. It is. But
they call you Bazooka Boy, am I right?
Yeah. I'm not a bazooka man yet.
Hmm.
That's someone else who also loves bazooka, but...
Yeah, but you can hope.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Bazooka Boy is evolving. He's turning into Bazooka Man.
Maybe.
What? Alright. So the snail gamble was won by Doofus and L1 there on 1, both of them netting 6 gold for free.
And L1 is playing Chaos, so he will now roll the perfect answers for every unit, for every wave.
Yeah, so he's got the Necromata for 3.
He is the luckiest man alive when he plays Chaos.
Isn't everyone? Certainly everyone who's on the enemy team when I play.
Yes, exactly. That's how it goes.
Alright, so FC, Lucy, clap, 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 clap. There's the Avenger. The Avenger boy is coming, and everybody's jumping.
Oh no.
We're going to Ibiza.
Oh no.
Alright, so with the Avenger boy, I think FC Lucy will be able to hold wave 3 against Dragon Turtle. Drakia gets a snail, but is the Harpy enough to hold the snail on 3? It is, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And he's 6 workers, and Doofus also pushed 6 workers with his Pota, and he does not have an amazing answer for wave 4. Sure, the walk isn't terrible.
Walk
but...
is not bad, yeah. And Drakia does leak. That might actually be worse for Doofus.
I don't know, it might give him enough for Warg and Steed or something.
So L1 could have afforded another snail, I think, on 3, and that might have made a pretty big leak on Drakia.
Yeah. Let's see, but Drachir isn't... Is he gonna add the snail with the Fiend? Maybe.
Alright, so the Sacred Steed is actually a pretty solid combo with the Priestess. Obviously it gives her a lot more heals. And this split should bring all of the right side creeps onto the walk there of Doofus.
Yeah.
Well, this is a pretty good damage split here for Doofus. Steed's going to pump the Priestess full of mana, so she should get another heal. She does. I think he just holds this. This is a really good damage split from Doofus. Very well played. If we have a look at L1, he's even somehow able to hold the triple snail with only 415 value, so that's pretty solid. Doofus was forced to income send into Lucy's Vengaboy here, though.
Yeah, but, you know, you don't hate it. Everyone is 8 workers now, so income sending isn't, you know, as long as it doesn't give the enemy the worker advantage, you're kind of fine with it.
Yeah. Was it not just the wrong income send, though? It was a DT snail. Like, don't you need the lizard to be able to kill the Vengaboy?
Probably, but I haven't done testing on wave 4. I assume that it's always fine unless you get a Fiend with the Avenger right now.
Doofus. In fact, I was about to call out Doofus's workers, and then I realised that all 4 players have 8 workers.
Yeah, exactly. So this is very much... This is usually the amount of workers L1 has on wave 9 when he plays Chaos.
Yeah.
So this is probably a personal best, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
But of course that means he can leak on wave 7, for example. Especially with Lucy's 10 workers if she decides to save here, which she will.
Is she just going to go into... No, okay, she actually adds the 80 here, which I think is probably a good idea, because like a Fiend here would have just ruined her day.
Yeah, and there's no point shifting 80 gold if you don't get anything useful from it. And
is Doofus going to shift 200? Is he?
Maybe.
I think he is. Doofus is just all in here. He's going for the Azaria on 7.
This is so risky. I don't even... Does he hold the no send like this?
I think with the Steed it does, because the Steed just gives her the extra heals.
I guess.
So, yeah, so she can actually tank 3 with a Steed, where obviously she can't without.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, Doofus. Very nice read there.
Nice.
Doofus is actually playing out of his mind here today. This is respectable.
That's a very good decision.
Yeah.
And Drachir does not get a Mimic. Double Brood should not be enough to leak. Oh, he doesn't even go double.
He doesn't even need to sell for the Azaria. But he does anyway.
Yeah, it's the correct play. You want to have
you want the
more
Azaria
of the Azaria.
Yeah. But I mean, this is just an easy hold. Like, the Azaria is not leaking on wave 7. Not with the extra 1 damage times 3.
Exactly. Like, it used to be weak, but now it's just boom.
1 damage times 3, dude, is just insane.
Minus 20 gold on L1. Alright, let's see if L1 can hold against the Mole Lizard. Yeah. This is probably the lane to watch, because the Azaria, as we said, should hold easily.
The Azaria is a guaranteed hold, I think. Maybe if she just never focuses the Brute. Oh, if she gets this heal off, which she does, it's an easy hold, so let's go back to L1's lane.
And this is...
he does fine, honestly. 54%. Like, he did have to spend 20 gold boosting the veteran.
Oh!
Whoa, whoa! Was it close?
It was very close. It was
That's
like 20
inspiring.
HP or something.
I mean, that's 19 more than she needs.
Yeah, I agree.
So easy hold from Doofus with his very, very good play there on 6 to shift 200 gold. That was respectable decision from Doofus. I'm
Yeah.
actually very impressed with his decision making there.
Yeah, but L1 had to send on wave 7, and he stimmed a veteran, and he still leaked. So
Yeah.
L1 is kind of behind now, but let's
He is
see if
leading the
Lucy...
workers though.
Yeah. If Lucy can hold the triple fiend, I think...
And with the double Tempest as well, it's just perfect against the Fiends.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if she can. This is a 200 cent into 800 value with not too much value. I don't know. Let's see. This is
full tanking, and the Tempest just shred the Fiends.
Yeah. But this does not look like a hold.
Everything's on the Avenger. This should be a leak, and actually
This
a decent one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Nice.
This is really good for L1 and Doofus, because Lucy pushed hard for the leak on 7, but now she leaks more to the income send. So this makes the whole push definitely not worth it for her.
So Drakir and Lucy, they do have at least the Mythium advantage, so they've got the pressure lead. Let's see
Maybe they go here.
where they decide to say.
They should go here, no?
I think Doofus will just hold.
Mimic for Drakir into Doofus? No, they save.
Oh.
Okay.
Giga tryhard duo, living up to their name, continuing to save here.
But
I mean,
when
they're not
do
under
they
any
send?
pressure, right?
When do they send? Like, you can't go 10 into L1, really? Ah, maybe you can. He can't really afford the big halo, and his tank situation is meh. But he has Trinity Archer next, and obviously you can't go 11 into Doofus because of this unit, and you can't go 12 because of this.
Yeah. But L1 should at least get the Trinity Archer, right?
Yeah. I think we're looking at income... No, and you can't go 11 because there's loan in the game. So long save for 11 is definitely not worth it.
But what they can do is income 11, force the loan.
Yeah.
That's not a bad play.
But I think they are too low on value to save longer. Yeah, they go here.
I wonder if Doofus and L1 match. They do not. Oh, the Ghost Knight is pretty good against this unit, but it's not good against this unit.
Yeah. No, I like the send. I was just a bit like Monka-esque because it was very close to being post-income.
Oh, L1, by the way, he can't afford this without his income send here.
Oh, no.
Right,
but he rolled the...
He is pulling the boss right. Oh, he's very skilled. Yeah, I forgot he's playing Chaos. That's very, very skilled there from L1.
I think he's still leaking big because he's 1200 value. Yeah. But,
and the spam is going to keep his ramping units off of the boss.
Pretty impressive to roll Berserker for 10.
Yeah.
And Doofus is also
already down.
Effed. He's leaking big though.
And they have nice if the Fire Archer pulled.
They have almost no king upgrades, so this will be very, very good.
It'll be a lot of damage, yeah. A lot of damage. But they have a ton of Mythium, and they probably now force Lucy and Drakir into loaning themselves. But Lucy will get a Phoenix here.
Yeah. This has to be income king for L1 and Doofus, right? They can't go full into loan.
They could go longer. They do. They go longer.
Alright, do they go?
I mean, Lucy gets the Phoenix without using loan, so maybe she just doesn't take loan.
Shops, maybe.
Yeah, pawn shop's fine for her, I think.
And I think if they pawn shop, I mean, knowing what we know, pawn shop is the better play.
Yeah, she loans.
No, that's
so she's playing it safe.
Here also loans, which is.
Yeah.
But like you can't go 12. Like
no, they can't go 12. They have to go like 14.
13.
They can't go 13 even. Lucy's just too strong there. It has to be like a 14 send, but that's so long.
Yeah, with PTA. Like I mean, look at their values. They will start leaking to no send soon, right?
And Lucy and Drakir didn't spend all of their Mythium, so they are posing a threat against L1 and Doofus.
Yeah,
L1 and Doofus will die to a semi-decent send from Drakir and Lucy, if they continue to save their Mythium, that is.
I wonder if you just go 12 now if you're Lucy and Drachir. But Lucy
Like a 12
doesn't get the
send?
Hermit, right? Oh.
Or,
If Lucy gets Mole Hermit, and I think she will,
with this
you
Pro
just
League,
go full.
so will Doofus and L1 send after this Pro League? They have a lot of Mythium.
Yeah. Who's gonna blink first?
Oh, Drakir is income sending. Lucy is also income sending. She just turned on the auto send.
Yeah.
And Doofus and L1 continue to save. So if they hold here, and that actually with the income, it should be a hold at least for L1 with his death cap. Well, I just don't know, man. Like his value is so low.
Yeah, and he has a wave split. I don't know, but I don't think they die, especially because this unit should never die on Doofus's lane, and he can get a gazillion value from it. But I'm not sure, like, yes, this is a ton of Mythium on Doofus and L1, but also Drachir and Lucy are super strong and super high value. Like, they're minus 100.
Anyway.
They are like minus 100, which is not a lot. And you need to be minus a lot to actually die.
Yeah. And Doofus is leaking here to the 4 Dragon Turtles.
L1 holds.
L1 holds, okay, that's important. This could have been very bad if both of them beat.
I think they 14 now. They should go 14. They have to 14 now.
Lucy's never leaking, though. That's not happening. Oh, what are you doing, Doofus? Alright, L1's obviously going to send Centaurs now.
I mean, they might also die 13 if they don't send, so I don't know.
That's true.
Double ram.
Double ram, that's quite a good send.
But Lucy and Drachir probably... No, they don't income send. Do they go full king here, or do they feel safe with the Phoenix and the Venga Boy?
The Venga Boy is coming. Oh, they're expecting, I think,
a 13 send. With this King Claw, 100%. You don't King Claw if you expect 14.
But do you think King Claw is better than a Sovereign?
No.
And doesn't Sovereign just do really well on both?
Yeah, I don't understand the King Claw, and I don't understand the Mythium saving here.
I mean, it has absolutely 100% no counters.
True.
The double siege ram is so good against Drakir, but his value is very high.
This Phoenix is going for the backline now, but it did die. And we're now focusing the 4 eyes, which we do kill.
One 4 eyes dies, but big leak on Drakir and big leak on Lucy.
They die. They die. They just die here.
I don't think they die. The golems are low enough. Enough golems
I think they die. It's only 7 attacks.
It's a 50-50.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. They live.
Well,
a lot of damage though.
Yeah, but they had to one-shot, right?
Yeah, they had.
I mean, like, I don't
now
see...
Lucy and Drakir just have a massive value and worker and Mythium lead.
Okay, well, there's one thing that Doofus and L1 have going for them, is that ideally Lucy and Drachir want to go 16.
Yeah.
But with their values, going straight 16 is actually slightly dangerous with 90%.
They can die on 15?
Yeah, I think if
so
L1...
Doofus and L1 need to send like their Shamans on 15, right?
Yeah.
Or 4 eyes at the very least into Lucy's Phoenix.
Yeah. But they are plus 200 each, so they are trying to survive the next send, which I don't see happening, especially on wave 16, because Doofus has nothing that's good on that wave.
I mean,
even if L1 hold.
Got the Archire.
Yeah, but it's just not enough, right?
Oh, the Lucy and Drakir send 15,
why?
Though. What is this, Game of Thrones that we're watching? Yeah, okay, it's by far Doofus' strongest wave. He needs to split here. He needs to split. Like, even with all these steeds, I think his area dies.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, split
no!
Doofus! Okay, thank you.
Stop making us angry. This is just a hold and cover for Doofus, and then Drachir and Lucy are in trouble on 17.
Alright, so this is the important lane now. This Azeria needs to survive, which she does. She's got endless amounts of mana from all of those Pegasi.
This is so strong, by the way.
And a ton of damage as well. Like, can you imagine all of that attack speed from all of those casts, while also doing 1 times 3 more damage with every attack?
And L1 is almost holding.
He's almost holding. He might even kill the boss.
I don't think he kills the boss.
He needs another, like, full round of ramp to kill it. But this is very good for Doofus and L1, who will now send on 17.
Yeah, and I don't see Lucy and Drachir holding. Like, sure, they have Trinity Archer, but they don't have enough tanks.
Yeah.
And they don't, like, even if only one of them leaks, if it's a decent-ish leak, they just die.
Yeah.
The king is so low, and they are so low value.
They're already very undervalued.
Yeah.
Like, Lucy just can't hold 17, I don't think.
They had to resend here. Yeah,
they had to. They had to go for the
Did Lucy just push 1 or 2 workers? No, right?
No, surely not. Surely
I thought she might have pushed for, say, a Ghost Knight or a 4 Eyes or something, but she didn't. They have to send here. Like, it's the only way.
Yeah, it's their only chance, but they don't. Alright. So, Doofus and L1, they have a large amount of Mythium saved up. They are overbuilding and starving. They stayed on 16 workers.
Yeah. I don't see Drachir and Lucy winning a race next wave against the much bigger Sens.
Yeah.
And, like, Doofus has APS Millennium, which is not as strong as it used to be, but it's still insanely strong 17. Yeah. And the Ghost Knight isn't even really good because the Azaria does spell damage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe we're wrong. Maybe Lucy and Drachir can win the race, but like, just looking at values and everything, I don't think they can. And Drachir suicided. Drachir pushed. I think he was 18 workers. No,
he's pushed 3 workers.
Yeah.
He's still building, but he's pushed. So I guess he pushed enough to get like an ogre or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he ever gets second for us.
No.
But both L1 and Doofus can leak here as well, so this is going to be an interesting.
They can, and their king is low enough that they also die.
Huh?
Oh, the Azaria dies, but the Ghost Knight is already dead. Unless
the mana,
oh my God, this is just
amazing.
A hold now.
Amazing, and the double 4 Eyes here, shredding through Lucy's Phoenix.
Hold.
Big leaks there, big leaks on Drachir, 94% Lucy, 86% Drachir. Mom, I'm on TV, OnlyFans soon, winning game number 1.
Pog champ.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Why?
Pretty interesting. Like, look at the graph. Lucy and Drachir are ahead for the early game. Then they take a turn to throw. And then L1 and Doofus are ahead for a little while. Then they take a turn to throw with their 13 send. And then Lucy and Drachir are ahead until the end of the game. But it didn't matter because L1 and Doofus, they skipped past that wave 15 send. Where Doofus was an absolute god, by the way. And then they just closed it out on 17. Very nice play from Doofus and L1. I have to say, like, Doofus McDoofus is my MVP for this game. He
100%.
made some very good decisions here. So,
100%.
Like, he full shifted wave 6, 200 gold. He would have been absolutely dead to, like, a lizard.
Yeah, or a DT.
The only thing that matters is his priestess dying, right?
Yeah.
Or she just gets endless heals off. So, like, a DT or a lizard or something is just... he's just dead. But like this, he gets the Azaria on 7, big hold and big cover against L1's leak. And then this big 75% leak to income on Lucy wave 8 as well.
Yeah.
They did okay against the Sens on 10, like they maybe could have done a bit better, but that was fine. They did lose 50% King HP, so maybe they were a bit sweaty after that. But then this wave 13 send, I mean, it got a lot done. It didn't quite kill them, and we thought that meant game for Drakir and Lucy, who saved past it. But because they decided to send on 15 instead of 16, Doofus just gets the freehold. Like, if they go 16, I think Drakir and Lucy win, because Doofus cannot hold wave 16. He just can't.
Yeah, the game ends on 16, and I don't see Lucy licking enough and quickly enough.
Yeah.
So I think 16 wins the game for Drachir and Lucy. I can only imagine they thought they were gonna die on 15 to ascend.
Yeah.
But that's so weird with Lucy's build.
Yeah, I mean, Lucy's good on 15. She's on decent value. I mean, she's 300 under, but it's whatever.
But I mean, it's dangerous
with like we can't go 16 because L1 has masks and flower, not realizing that he's playing chaos, so he can't just build like 3 more death caps.
Well, but he can because he's the luckiest man alive.
Oh yeah, of
course.
Chaos. He's playing chaos, so he has to roll the best unit. But yeah, and then we got this slick victory on 16. Very well played, Doofus and L1.
17.
17. Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah, surely.
All right, let's pop into the next lobby and get the game underway.
Yeah.
So, Doofus and L1 leading the series 1-0. Do we think they can knock out the Giga Tryhard duo from the Nova Cup on day 1? That would be a bit of an upset.
It would be a massive upset, but it would be... Yeah. I mean, after this first game, I mean, I don't see why they can't do it. They played really well. But of course, L1 can't pick Chaos, so now he's forced to roll the perfect units on wave 1 and not on every wave.
Yeah. So L1 has to play something that's not Chaos. Doof has to play something that's not... remind me what he picked?
I think he picked Cash Out.
Okay. L1 says he needs Drakir and Lucy to have a chance. I wonder if Drakir and Lucy are just going to go like... They're probably feeling a bit sweaty now after losing game 1. Do you think they just go back to the old favourite and try and get a double greed win?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Maybe
they are scared that... Maybe they are scared because they are greed one-trick ponies. Maybe they think they can only win if like one of them picks YOLO and the other one picks greed because YOLO is similar to greed.
Yeah. I mean, YOLO is basically... If you're Drakir, then YOLO is just greed plus 2 income, right? Because he's going to roll the perfect units regardless.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, guys in Twitch chat, anyone who's not in the loop, Drakir has a superpower, which is always rolling a 5-unit combo. Regardless, like he can pick any mastermind option, he will always have the perfect combo in his roll. It's a skill, you know? It's a special ability that he has, and it's a pretty powerful one.
Yeah.
Well, players are asking if we're ready. And we might have game number 2 coming up. What?
Doofus is asking if he can have 2 minutes.
I mean, I suppose he can have 2 minutes. Oh,
well,
no,
I suppose he can't.
Drakir and Lucy with the BM starting the game after the 2-minute request was asked.
To be fair, he did say ready.
Did say ready, and then he said. But guys, game number 2. Let's go.
I mean, they can also pause the game right now. So
they could.
Greed! Double greed! Even if they win, it's over.
Called it.
It's over. It's over. Stop the count. Oh my god, look at L1's roll. Pota mask. Ugh.
Oh, with cash out as well. So that's a 5-worker Pota with mask. I mean, he can just easily go 6 workers as well.
Drachir and Lucy both have Seedling Pack Rat.
Oh. They can't both play it though.
No. But one of them could. I don't know if they are probably not into this cheese strat, but they could.
Yeah. I mean, Pixie and Packrat is just very strong. Very, very strong. Like, you just generate insane amounts of Mythium in the early game. It's crazy how much you can get from this. Maybe if, like, Lucy goes for the Shakura and Drakir goes for the Packrat Pixie, I think that might be a good combo. Because
I don't think so.
Because Sakura's very safe. I mean, obviously it means long waves with 2 workers, which is not good.
Exactly.
But Doofus is Pyro, so he's on a slow start as
Ugh.
well. I mean, it is nerfed Pyro. It can leak on 4 now. It is possible to leak on 4.
Yeah, I still hate the unit with a passion.
And Drakia not going... So both of them rolling Pixie Pack Rat, and neither of them picking it. Giga Tryhard Duo staying true to their name once again.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just manners because it's OP and it would be unfair to win with such an OP strategy.
It actually is. Alright, so Shakira shaking those hips, generating the stacks. That's an extra 110 HP and 8 damage every time she survives a wave.
15. The game thinks it's 15 gold. So you see Lucy's value is 265 despite not adding anything.
Yeah. Perfect for Lucy, generating free value everywhere.
Yeah, it is actually pretty strong, but it's also very, very weak on wave 7 and 8. Yep. And the value is just very deceiving there, because then suddenly you have like a 400 gold unit that is just doing nothing on those waves.
Yeah.
So you need to be very, very much overbuilt on these waves. And as soon as you start leaking, losing stacks just hurts so much more than just a quote-unquote regular leak.
L1 can go 7 workers here if he wants to. And I think he does. He does! L1, what a god. L1 and Doofus really like exceeding my expectations in this series.
Oh, no. Thank you. Upper split, yes, thank you.
That's very good. Upper split as well. Very upper split. That's going to pull the entire way.
Post-income DT is not good. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen this way of building Sakura. I always put the 2 seedlings here. But I think it's just fine.
I think it's fine. He's just never going to attack the turtle, right? Or maybe he attacks the turtle after the entire right side split gets killed and it's just not going to be enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe if he went on the turtle quicker, but he didn't, and that's an easy hold there from it. Lucy, clap, 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 clap.
Yeah. And L1 with the 7 workers being completely safe because he's getting the sense.
Well, to be fair, this was like a real expression of skill from L1. Because what he did on wave 1 is he pressed the cash out button, and then he rolled the priestess and the mask. Like, you don't really get much higher skill cap than that.
No, it's just amazing. Is this Waldschum in the correct tanking position?
I guess we'll find out. So there's a Fiend sent against Doofus McDooface. Hey, it looks decent. The Pyro tanks the Fiend +1, the Sacrificial Wildshroom tanks everything else, but maybe it's enough time? Oh, this is a bit of a leak. And although I'm sad to see Doofus leaking, I'm very happy to see that it's possible to leak Pyro on.
But this is 100% because the Wildshroom tanked too much. It needs to be further back. If it aggro shares with Pyro, I think it's fine.
So L1 going for the Brute send on wave number 5. But Drakia doesn't look amazing. He does have 175 gold, so he can add a Warg and another Oathbreaker?
No, I don't think that works. I think he needs to add a Steed and an Oathbreaker.
Oh, but he's just re-rolled. He's got rid of the Steed. He found the Mudman. Is he going to harden here? He is not.
Yeah, but if only the boss on the elite archer, so he should be okay, I think.
And with the Oathbreaker and the Mudman, even though it's not hardened, it's just enough tank value, right? So yeah, he's still got the entire Mudman to chip through. Maybe it's a leak, but it's a very small one if it is, and he's fine with that.
Yeah. This is why sometimes it's better to send 4 snails. Because as soon, 4 snails messes up the aggro a bit, and then sometimes 1 or 2 creeps and 1 or 2 snails go also on the elite archer, and then it actually dies. And then you just leak the entire wave.
The other reason to send 4 snails is that it gives you more income.
Yes.
And I like income.
Yeah. Double Brute on wave 6 into Lucy.
Into a Shakira?
And she doesn't get the Harbinger. She doesn't get the Harbinger.
I mean, I wonder if Lucy just builds for 7. Like, she might just stack the kitty. No, she builds for 6. She does read.
No, she's shifting.
No,
No,
she's
no.
shifting. Default build. This should be an easy hold, right? Like the Shakira's just going to deal 1,000,000 DPS.
Yeah. I think
Shakira
this
gets
is...
a double snail resend. I mean, he's not great here. Really not great. Let's have a look at Lucy. This is kind of the important note. But yeah, the Shakira's just perfectly tanking the split there. It tanks everything, survives, and now it's going to clear out everything on the right side as well.
Oh, it lives.
Oh.
Drachia's fine.
He's just the luckiest.
Yeah, and Doofus added a Berserker for wave 6 with his Pyro.
Is that good on 7?
Yeah, it's very strong on wave 7.
Nice. That's good. He's getting a mole here, so it would be a shame if he built something that wasn't good.
But we once again had the shift.
I wasn't even looking at Doofus and L1's lane, but
L1 did the Doofus.
Big boy shift, yeah. Fair play. How did he
that.
hold wave 6 with these units? Like, he didn't have the steed. How did his priestess hold against 3 creeps? Maybe I was watching the wrong lanes there.
Yeah, maybe. I was also looking at the Sakura because I didn't expect L1 to shift like this, but... Heads off, that's a very good play.
That's a very good play. Did he have Growl? Like, did he have Growl and then re-rolled it or something?
No. He had a Tantrum mask, which helps him.
Yeah. So. Still impressive. And that just gives him a hold, which is good because Doofus hold not.
Yeah, he holds.
He holds.
It's also not horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
80%. Not amazing.
That's not amazing.
Again, L1's going to full cover this. So these guys with the big boy shifts on 6 back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Just getting one over on the Giga Tryhard duo.
Yeah, but they still are in the lead on the Giga Tryhard duo.
Oh, they are, yeah. They've got more workers, more income.
Yeah. Exactly. So I still favor them, but this shift by L1 getting into this area, now he has a very, very free game, and he has a good role, as we said, so he can really snowball and morph into that carry. And Power Score says it as well. And Jules gives the advantage to Doofus and L1.
Jules actually giving the 1% there to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Didn't realise that Jules was an OnlyFans subscriber.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
To each their own, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the problem is L1's looking very weak on 10. He doesn't have any options there either. Doofus, obviously, he can have like a Fatalizer if he goes for the shift on 9. But yeah, I mean, L1's just leaking everything on 10.
I think L1 is pressing the blue cube button and is going to reroll Ranger or Berserker or Halo.
Oh, yeah. Seems like a good plan. So we do get a 9 send from L1. Probably Doofus as well. Or is Doofus just going to go 10 into Lucy? No, he gets hit. Well, I mean, Lucy can just get the Gate Guard, but she goes for a Disciple.
Yeah, they expect... Well, Lucy expects a 10, I think. Drachia expects a send here, maybe?
He is hard.
Though he did get the Trinity.
I was going to say they're going to try and cover each other's weaknesses, but Fear also just built this here, right?
Through the heart.
Yeah,
exactly.
Newly built. So he builds the Trinity and hardens.
I think he thinks he's safe on 10 even with the D-hardened Mudman. And L1...
L1 shifted for Timothium, so he could have sent a couple of snails.
Yeah, the DT just didn't go out because he was too busy placing his bunk. Somewhere where I would have never put it.
But I think this might be a leak on Lucy. This will be the first time her Shakura dies. So those hips have been paying off pretty well so far this game, but finally going down.
But Drachia easy holds, so this is
not
the end of it.
Imagine if that DT had gone out, this would be a very different...
No.
No?
No. I mean, it would be a different story because Drachia would have 12 more gold now. But given that he's on 28 gold, that wouldn't have mattered too much.
But then he'd be on 40.
Yeah.
What?
Save.
Lucy.
Saving.
To save.
Ooh, because there's all-out assault, and with all-out assault you never send on 10.
It's just not probable.
Just impossible. I mean, on a serious note, they expect the Fatalizer here, so they want to go for king damage. So they think the Fatalizer will not be enough on wave 11, and they trust L1 to not cover within his area on 11, I guess.
But Doofus and L1 are fully resending here. I mean, Drakir's he's got a lot of damage, but he doesn't really have any tank. And remember, here's the DT that never went out last wave. Whoa!
Yeah, so this is the big resend. This might be a leak, but I don't...
Dino's tanking a lot of shots. Like, he just doesn't have any tank value. He's going to leak.
Yeah. And Lucy does leak as well, but I'm not sure how bad this is for Drachir and Lucy.
Well, they can send quite a large amount of Mythium. So both of them have siege rams already, and there's all-out assault on the table.
Yeah, so this will be like a 500 send or something?
Which... Okay.
Siege ram, okay.
I'm not sure why you witch into this when siege ram's available.
I think he doesn't want to ram because of the Fatalizer, but I think it's a mistake.
I think you still ram. Like, it takes a long time for a Fatalizer to kill a ram.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a misplay. Maybe. I don't know how many DTs he's gonna get with all-out assault. We will see how long this takes, because the Pyro takes 7 years to kill DTs, so maybe Doofus never reaches the wave. I'm curious to know which spell he will take. If it's gonna be... I think he has to take Titan and get a Golem and harden the Golem.
And he puts it on his Fatalizer for some reason, okay.
Pulverizer Fatalizer? I mean, he's expecting the big tank. Maybe the Pulverizer made them not send it? Let's see.
I mean, he's going to keep the Pyro off the wave for a very long time. She's a liver! She's an absolute liver!
No way!
But she's not going to kill the siege ram, sadly.
No fucking way, dude. That... Oh.
Pretty big leaks, regardless, even with the clutch save there.
Yeah, but they saved Mythium and didn't upgrade the king, so they will actually take quite a lot of king damage here.
Doofus and L1 actually showing a lot of balls on the stream today, like going for these risky saves and no king ups when they're clearly getting sent and they know that they're both leaking. Just trusting in the power of the king. Trust.
Yeah, but I'm not sure this was worth it, because they have 80 more Mythium than Lucy and Drachir, and they have invested 50% of their king HP and a lot of gold into that. But I'm not sure. I mean, L1 is on fire, so like, maybe.
L1 enabled, Lucy disabled.
Disabled, yeah.
And 14 looks very tempting against Lucy. I suppose the problem is that Drakir's quite good on that wave.
And there's also the problem that Lucy does have the Millennium in her role, and she's gonna shift 350 gold here to get the Doomsday from heaven.
Yeah.
For wave 13.
So she's going to be on 19 gazillion value.
It's only 2.3k because she's on 1600 value here. But that makes it very hard to send on wave 14.
And even the Disciple as well, by the way, so Ghost Knight beware, you know.
Income sends?
Income sends. That could spell wave 15 if Doofus and L1 save.
They save.
So Doofus obviously holding with his Pulverizer Fate there. L1 should hold as well with the Pulverizer on his Aziria. They're both, it looks like, preparing for 40. Yeah, so L1
obviously.
His math. And Doofus builds a gun here?
Yeah. Income king from Drachir and Lucy. This is... I don't like this play. I really don't.
The Harden is fine because they never want to send 14 anyway. The thing is, Doofus and L1, they now can push a bit and maybe go for a big boy send on 15.
Yeah, this is a 15 angle now, I think. But the Azaria died, so this would have been a very good send here.
Yeah.
L1 risking it
decent
too many times.
Hold from L1? Yeah.
Oh my god. This is... No.
What?
Unless...
Oh, easy. Never in doubt. Not even close. Easiest hold of his life there on L1.
He risked it too much with the Azaria and was still rewarded because they didn't get full sense here.
I'd actually like it if L1 just full pushed here. Like, he doesn't need to build on this wave. He's got 4 Tantrumed Mast, and you want to go for a 15.
Yeah, but one of them also needs to hold 15, and I'm not sure Doofus has the quality.
Yeah, true. And the gun that he added last wave, like, I guess they were expecting the 14 send themselves, but it's pretty trash on 15.
Yeah, exactly. And looking at Lucy and Drahir, I think that Lucy is a bit stronger on 15 because the Sakura is a big boy Sakura.
Is dealing a lot of damage, and assuming that she doesn't die here, which I think she doesn't, that's going to be a 16 stacked Sakura, which is quite a lot of magic damage.
Oh yeah, that's like a 450 or something gold unit now. Maybe even 500 gold, so it's worth very much.
They are sending. So L1 going for his siege ram that served him so well in the previous game. He doesn't get the second in income though. Oh no. That was,
yeah, but I think it's fine. They are going for a kill here, so you definitely send.
Yeah.
Send full.
Yeah. So Drakir does harden. He's minus 600 value, by the way.
Yeah. And Lucy is minus 400.
I guess Doofus is saving for a Ghost Knight, but it's just going to get destroyed by the Triple Disciple. Maybe he goes 4 eyes?
No, it's...
Well, the Ghost Knight goes right, actually. And maybe it's very good, because it's going to keep these just never going to die.
This thing tanks 1 unit and survives, which is really good.
It does a lot of magic damage.
Now everything goes. She's not targeting
Shakura
the boss.
Is dying. This is going to be a leak. And if we have a look at Drakir, he's actually doing very well, but he's going to leak as well. But
this is enough. They die.
They die.
I think they die. L1 is holding.
I mean, it's a 50-50, right? It's a 50-50.
Yeah. But I think this time they actually die.
Yeah. They have full attack, 7 spell, but there's 2 full HP bosses and a shaman. I think Doofus McDooface and L1
My
just
God!
made it through to day 2 of the Nova Cup, knocking out the Giga Tryhard duo.
Wow. Seed 8 or Seed 9 defeating Seed 1. My goodness.
That was insane. Doofus and L1 really stepping it up. And just shout out to those guys. Like, they made some really, really nice plays in this series. Both of them going for the super hard shift on 6, getting the Azaria on 7, covering themselves and their teammate. How does this hold from L1 on 6? 455 value. Like, the Priestess dies surely every time.
No, it's a Tantrum Razor. I think the Tantrum Razor and the Pota survived the left-hand side barely, and then it's a fine thing.
But very, very good call for the full shift there on L1, covering himself and his mate on 7. And then we get like drips and drabs done on 9 and 10. And sure, they leak a lot on 11, but again, they saved their Mythium. And as you know, Mythium saving has absolutely 100% no counters.
No counter. Yeah.
And then they save. And they save. And Lucy and Drakir are panicking. They're income kinging. And they save. And they get these massive sends out on wave 15. And it's just crushing Lucy and Drakir. One of the tournament favourites knocked out here on day number 1. What an upset. What a game by Doofus and L1.
Amazing.
I
did not expect that.
Very, very well played, those guys. I'm really pleased for them. Like, these guys have come a long way, it feels like. To be able to up their game to the extent that they can actually knock out Drakir and Lucy, who are some of the best players in the tournament, I have to say. They're really, really well played by Doofus and L1.
The hard work paying off?
They've got to be pleased with themselves after that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does pay off if you play Legion for like 12 hours a day, apparently.
Yeah.
They have really come a long way.
I see X-Gold on wave 6, so maybe we can hop into that game.
I'm happy to hop into game, yeah. Spectate X-God 37. I should have done Spectate Shay.
Yeah, Shay has a shorter name.
Unlucky.
Alright, let's hop into the game. So this is X-God and Shay, that's the Canadian Starve duo. And their opponents are Offma and Piney. That is, duo is no crime. So we have a bit of a visual bug when we just joined. Don't worry about those towers, they will clear up at the end of the wave. X-God going for a small leak there from his Imp double snail. But I think he's pretty fine with that. Looks like Edgard and Shay have a bit of a Mythium advantage. Okay, everything's pretty weird right now on my game.
Yeah, same. But it's gonna be fine.
It's going to be fine. Yeah.
Copium.
Opium. Alright, everything's cleaned up now at the start of Wave 7, so fingers crossed that we don't have any more slight issues. We'll have to get Lisk to dust off his bug-killing button.
And I think it's 1-1 here as well, because Xgod and Shay won the first game against Piney and Offma, and then lost the second game. So it has.
Oh, so this is the game number 3.
Yes. So whoever wins this advances to the second day.
That's pretty hype.
Hype!
And oh, things are still pretty weird. Like I've got major lag, the wave is starting late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking very weird on my screen as well.
I can try reconnecting maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we can't watch it like this. This is not a watcher.
Yeah.
Try quitting.
Yeah, it gets pretty hard to watch when the game is bugged.
Yeah. Oh, I'm spectating Offma. He's got quite a short name.
Yeah, that's also a good one. Certainly a good one.
And who would want to spectate Shay after all?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something is not quite looking too nicely for me.
Wave 8 maybe looking okay? Oh, Xgod says game is bugged.
Game is bugged, yeah.
Oh, they're remaking, so I guess it was bad for those guys as well.
Okay.
Hopefully it didn't bug because we spectated. Maybe there was something going on before that. But now we can put our faces on screen again while we wait for the remake.
Hello!
Hello, Twitch! Mom, I'm on TV! Look at that guy!
Retards waving towards their webcam. Hello! Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this looks very, very weird. I hope we didn't bug it, but then again, if we did, well...
Well, I see Kingdan's made a lobby as well, so maybe something's happening server-wide. Like maybe they had to remake their game as well.
Maybe. It looks like we fucked it with a spectate. Oh no.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. Unlucky. Oh my god. Well. Well.
Yeah, so apparently the game did bug as we joined, so maybe a bit of a spectate bug there.
Oops.
Hopefully get some logs for Mr. Lisk to have a look into.
But Offma says Piney's game bugged again.
Okay, that's fine. That just means we've got a bit more screen time. Look at our beautiful.
I mean,
have
this
you
is
seen
the
your caster bio, by the way? Because I spent a lot of time and effort making.
I like the favorite unit.
Yeah, you see it. So 5 minutes ago, you were also on screen.
Yes, and then we joined, and the game was fucked.
Nice. How would you say that? Like, if you were pronouncing the Shaft assassin correctly, how would you pronounce the word bazooka?
It's Sasuka.
Sasuka. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasuka. Good unit. BerntDasBROT. Look at your horrendous 64% YOLO win rate. You must be ashamed of yourself, dude.
I am actually. Yeah.
Anything less than 68% win rate with YOLO just marks you as an absolute pleb.
Yeah, that's true.
How can you even look at yourself in the mirror?
I mean, I can't. I don't have a mirror here, and for good reason.
Well. Just as well. If I had a 64% YOLO win rate, I think I'd probably cry every time I looked in the mirror. At the very least, I'd have to smash it. I would have to smash it.
That's why you don't have a mirror at home anymore, right?
Yeah. Now, who would want to look at this face every day?
I mean, your poor wife has to, right?
Yeah, unlucky.
Unlucky.
Alright, so we're getting a remake here. Fingers crossed for no issues this time around. And props to us, we do get to have a full game 3.
Perfect. Let's see if X-God can win without getting mega carried by Ashton Butcher.
Yeah. Offner and Piney, that's an interesting.
I mean, it's the Blob gang, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of winning already with those profile pictures.
Yep. Alright, let's go.
Offner is
X-God
the number 1
37.
fan.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be super sad. And Piney is #1 Lucy fanboy. That's also going to... They are very sad.
They're both sad right now. Their team has been knocked out by Doofus McDooface and L1.
Maybe we should have cheered more for Drachir and Lucy.
FC,
maybe.
Lucy.
We needed Meetsum. We needed Meetsum in here. Oh no.
Oh, we have double cash out, double greed. So the teams mirroring each other's mastermind options here.
Yeah. Greed, cash out, greed, cash out. We have Dark Ritual, Counterattack, and Battle Scars. Counterattack is very good with Fiesta in Classic.
And none of them picked Fiesta. So that has been buffed recently. I think the counterattack obviously was very weak when it was first introduced, and it's been buffed and buffed again. It now gives plus 50 Mythium immediately and 50 every time you leak. Which I think might be a bit of a sleeper spell. Like,
I
plus
think
50 immediately is already good.
Yeah.
And then all you need to do is Pro League once, and you've got the same Mythium as All Out without the negative income.
I also think
it might be solid now.
Yeah, I mean, after watching Doofus and L1 play, they deliberately took king damage to have more Mythium. I think with that playstyle, I think it might be worth it to take counterattack more often nowadays.
Yeah.
It seems to be strong, but I don't know. Maybe it's also just bad and
I mean, let's say that you treat it like an overwork, right? And you underbuild wave 11, you take the counterattack, you leak for the long wave 11, you get the plus 50. Maybe it's good.
Maybe it's good.
Maybe it's bad. It's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Alright, so we've got a double atom start from Piney, very solid 5-worker opener. Offner on the Trinity Archer can of course go 5 workers as well. Shay with his cash out Bone Crusher. The question is whether he goes 6 workers, and currently he does not, committing to the overbuild already on wave 1, starting as he means to go on. And it looks like Kid K in the chat is loving your pronunciation of the word Sasuke.
That's good. At least something to love about me for him then.
Yeah. Shay adding the Ranger here on wave.
Can I point out that this thing has 12 stacks, and if he started Consort Angler, this thing would have 24 stacks right now?
24 stacks is more than 12, right?
It's about twice as much.
Yeah, like roughly twice as much.
After this wave, this will have 24 stacks.
But if it was Consort Angler, he'd have 48 stacks.
Exactly. And then he could keep it for wave 3 and upgrade it for wave 4 with 75 stacks. Can you imagine
that would just
the
be
value?
Insane, dude. That's just absolute infinite scaling value there. Alright, so Offler and Piney, they starve on wave 3 like the tryhards that they are.
Piney is 6 workers with Atom, but he did roll the Gargoyle, the one unit that it's possible to do that with without sending. But he is getting a 60 cent if Shay sends full, which I think he will.
I mean, he should leak to a 60 cent, but it might just be a very small leak, and that is only going to favour him. Shay King ups! Oh, Shay. That's a unlucky read there. So he gets the Gaffney out on Shay. Like, he's good on 4, right? Unless Offmer can get a Dino. And X-God adds the Sea Dragon. So there's a question mark going on. It looks like a pro leak from Piney. He does leak there. Imagine if Shay had sent the snail, actually. This could have been
would have been really... this would have been a decent league, and this is why the king up is such a gamble.
Yeah.
But I understand it's only bad if Piney goes 6 workers, and he can only do that if he specifically has Gargoyle in his role. All the other units, this is the better play. So, gamble lost.
Yeah. Now X-God adding the consort and the small angler. So this angler, by the end of this wave, will have 24 stacks.
No, it will probably have about 4 or something, because it will die first, as per usual.
400. So the Dino tanking very nicely here against the Daphne, but it will go down. And now the Daphne can continue to deal damage.
It's fine.
I think he's going to do pretty well, because this is going to go back on the Wanderer.
Yeah, I think it's just an easy hold. I'm not sure X-God also holds, and the Angler actually survives.
Yeah.
So by the end of this wave, it doesn't only have 24 stacks, but 28 because of the send.
28 stacks because it killed the creeps.
Wow, amazing.
Now the Bounty Hunter only has 53. Sooner or later, this Angler is going to have more stacks than this Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, and this will be rather sooner than later. And X-God is going for the snail spam against the Elite Archer, which I said advocated for in the previous game or the one before.
And
let's see if
undervalue, like -5.
Is this
Very
going
risky.
to be? It's only 3 snails though. I think the 4th snail might have been the difference maker
Fourth
here.
snail is always the difference. But the Sea Dragon's just insane on wave 5 as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
right? He's giving HP to good units with the Wanderer and the Bucklers. I think it's just an easy hold.
Yeah, as long as the
gets no
Elite
sends.
Archer lives, it's fine.
So maybe Offner can push a worker now? No, he can't.
I mean, I think this is like a problem because he only knows that he can push a worker for every 40 Mythium he holds.
Yeah.
But this was 60, so his brain is like malfunctioning,
Yeah, like,
trying to calculate.
There is no half worker button.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, what does he do? He can't push half a worker, so he just doesn't push any.
And I think it's the right play, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to leak at any point during a game.
No. So 7 workers apiece. Mythium advantage on the side of Offner and Piney. Pretty decently, actually. And with these income sends here, expect... Piney at least should hold because atoms are just godly on wave 6. This should be an easy hold against only income sends. And if we have a look at Offmer, that looks like a hold for him as well. So, do Offmer and Piney send on 7 or... They do, okay. Okay.
I think they send here.
I think they sent it.
I think they send here.
I think they are going 7. So X-God has 200 gold. He can't get a Kingpin. And he's looking pretty vulnerable here. In fact, he doesn't have any good units here. The saving grace, maybe, is that he's only getting 2 brutes. So it's not massive, and he's going to be on 800 value.
I think he's just re-rolling right now.
Ah.
He used his reroll, I'm pretty sure, and he has 200 gold.
He should probably
Build.
build something. Ah, he got a badger.
That's what I
X-God
thought.
always makes me nervous. Like, he's got that Zoomer APM, you know? He just waits till the last possible second to do anything.
Yeah.
But he did it. He got the badger out.
Yeah, I think we're just nervous because Bonnie used to do that all the time and then actually not get it out in time.
And then blame it on tick rate. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So.
I remember. Alright, so we've got a pretty decent hold for Shay, maybe doing a small pro leak there. Offner actually leaking 42% against the Fiend. I was watching the wrong lane again.
Yeah.
Oof. X-God and Shay both leaking very small, but these were big boy sends, double brutes on 7. Both of them more or less holding.
Yeah, but we do have a significant worker lead for Offma and Piney.
We do.
So the long wave and the small leaks are not horrible. The bigger problem is that X-God has units that generate free value every wave in the Bounty Hunter and the
this
Angler.
one, by the way, has 75 stacks, and this one has 84 stacks.
Yeah.
So he never quite managed to catch up.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
But
is a bit
now
of a shame.
once XGod gets his Kingpin power spike, he will just be very, very strong.
Yeah.
And I think they will probably use this to play like for a 13 cent in the mid game with like a long save. And I don't think Piney and Offma are looking too great on that wave.
Well, Shay shifted 94 gold here, and there is a full resend from Offma.
Ooh.
So I do expect to see a bit of a leak. His unit's not perfect. He only really has one source of damage on this one.
Yeah, and no arcane defense, so he's probably gonna leak. And Game Coach will be angry because he doesn't have arcane defense.
Well, is he going to kill the lizard? He is. What a god gamer, 51% leak. And XGod going for a bit of a leak as well.
Oh no, instantly throwing the advantage they had. Oh.
I mean, at least they have the pressure lead now with Mythium saved, looking pretty healthy on the side of XGod and Shay. But yeah, I mean, this is getting a lot of gold on the side of Offma and Piney.
Yeah. This is one of these cases where they can actually do what Shadow would do in this case and just continue saving for wave 13.
But they go for
But
9.
they just send here. Yeah, I don't hate the play to send here.
I mean, they're probably just leaking again on 9 without this, right? Like, XGod... Oh, he doesn't go for a Kingpin? Really?
Yeah,
really?
I don't think he needs to. I think he can get the LOD if he really wants to.
I mean, he's weighing up his options. So triple brute against Piney. He's not looking great here. He does get a bonk down, which is a nice tank, but just very little damage on the side of Piney. Okay, he boosts his infiltrator. That's a little bit of damage against the split, but expect this bonk to die fairly quickly.
I mean, he gets very nice aggro share with the Green Devil.
Snipe one of the brutes now. He's doing well. He's going to snipe the second brute, I think, before the leak. Oh. Yeah. But he won't kill anything else after that.
Yeah,
and Offma obviously holding against the income send. Piney leaking very small against the full send there. And that was a 220 send. Like, he's very happy with this result.
Oh yeah, for sure. And XGod's got the life binder, so he did easy hold here, but he can't really push because he needs to get the Kingpin now for the power spike.
He needs to get the Kingpin. And like he's just not holding wave 10 without the Kingpin.
Yeah, exactly.
A life binder.
Yeah, I mean, he could add like a Daphne and then maybe he can hold, but you also really, really need the Kingpin.
Yeah, you don't want to still be holding bounty hunters on like wave 11, 12. Like that's where you're getting your power spike.
Exactly. All right, what do you think? When are Shay and XGod gonna send? Because with the Kingpin, they kind of have the freedom to save till 13 if they want to.
Well, I mean, Piney looks very weak on 13 from what we see on his board at the moment. And from what we see in his role, he doesn't really have great answers to make him better there. Maybe he can add an LOD here and get to that Hades for 13, which is decent damage at least. But he just doesn't have tank units.
Yeah. And what spells are we taking? It's probably Battle Scars for most of them. Unless XGod wants
XGod
to
and
go...
Shay both have Dark Ritual value because obviously they have decently low King HP. So Piney and Offma both on the Scars.
I was gonna say maybe XGod and Shay want to do a cheeky counter-attack play with an intentional leak here because they are very strong on 12, but it doesn't look like it. So I think they will just take the ritual last second.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, there's the ritual on Shay, which he spends on a Wanderer.
XGod going for taxed allowance, okay.
So feeling like he's strong enough on this wave, not wanting to deal any more damage to the king, so he just takes the 90 gold instead of the 135.
Yeah, that's fair, I mean.
13, maybe not looking that amazing now. Piney will have the Hades for sure, and Offma will have the Hellgate.
The thing is, you have to send on 13 to not die if you're XGod and Shay.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, XGod can get the Doomsday, but a Doomsday isn't saving him. Neither is a Hades that he can get.
If he full shifts here, which I do expect him to, you can get the surprise Doomsday, which is much better than not a surprise Doomsday, because then you're not going to receive Ghost Knight.
Yeah, exactly. And with his build, he will never get a Ghost Knight, I think.
It's going to be like 4 eyes or something, right?
Yeah, 4 eyes or...
Ogres.
Yeah.
Huh?
Shay is building
Shay's
the Millennium.
showing the Doomsday.
Yeah, but he has good solutions for the Ghost Knight.
Yeah.
And also, one Ghost Knight is not the end of the world. It's really
it's
the
when you
double
get 2.
Ghost Knight. And for his left side, he has good solutions to killing it. So it's not amazing.
Alright. So X-God did go for the full shift there as expected, and here is the Ogres from Pine.
Are they income sending on X-God and Shay?
No, they're full sending.
No, full send, okay.
I mean, Piney can definitely leak here, even with the Hades, which he does need to sell for. Like, he doesn't really have tank value. He's got 1 Orchid, he's got 1 bunk with 2 stacks of battle
he sold something else to adjust his split. And boost.
It is boosting. Okay.
And the Hellgate can be amazing, but it can also just giga into you, as you saw earlier when the creeps attack different targets. So let's see. There are no Ghost Knights going to X-God and Shay's lane, so I expect the Doomsdays to really carry.
I think X-God and Shay just hold. X-God at least.
Yeah, X-God should easy hold this.
There's the ping on the Doomsday from Piney.
Yeah, as always.
But nicely played there from X-God with the 400 gold shift. And actually, so there is going to be a bit of a leak on Shay, but not a bad one. He's going to kill at least 1 more golem. Only 1 more golem. And X-God is just fully holding. What a god game. A Piney leak 67%, and Offmer is holding, so that's good. Does Offmer even cover? He may cover. Well, he's going to kill this golem for sure.
Alright. What are we aiming for if we're X-God and Shay now?
X-God and Shay probably want to go 16 against Offmer and Piney.
I agree.
And Offmer and Piney probably want to go 16 against X-God and Shay.
The problem with going 16 is this.
Yeah? Shay is pretty low value. Is he suicide pushing? Is he suicide pushing into Piney's
he added
Hades?
this here. So if you okay, so if you go 15, what you need to send is a Kraken into Piney. Yeah. To get the Kraken, he needs to leak here, or...
But the Kraken's not even that good, though, because the Leviathan's just shredded.
Well, but this is post-patch, so the Leviathan itself doesn't deal as much damage anymore. So I think Piney would leak to a Kraken, but I don't think...
Looking at his value, yes, he would.
Yeah, but I don't think they would die, because they also have a few king attacks. So I don't think this would be an amazing play, but if you go for it, you have to actually suicide and not build here.
I think all 4 players are going to go for mutually assured destruction on 16.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, everyone saves.
Yeah, I think it's the right play. Especially since X-God is really strong on this wave. But I'm not sure if he can hold on 16, especially since Shay is building fully for this wave. So what we will see...
Offner's building Samurai Soul here, which is bad on 15 and 16.
What we will see here is full push from Shay as soon as the wave starts, because he has no chance on wave 16.
Yeah, and then Piney's going to leak everything on 16, and it's going to come down to Offmer and X-God who can hold the longest.
Yeah.
But X-God's going to have the most value in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Offmer did go for some king ups here, so maybe that was a read on Shay's suicide, or maybe he's just feeling scared.
Maybe Shay doesn't full push now, but I think it's still a mistake because I still think that he leaks on 16, and I think that he still leaks quickest.
So Shay is not full pushing.
Yeah, I think this is a mistake.
Okay, I thought for a second there Offmer and Piney were saving, but they're not completely suicidal.
That would have been a very bad call.
Yes.
X-God is on fire, but this is the fake Kingpin value. He doesn't really have great units for this wave. No, this White Mane has a lot of value.
He has a consort, which is the best unit in the game on wave 16, in fact. It's
Does
natural
Piney
armor,
get...
pierce
Oh,
damage.
Piney doesn't get the double Ghost Knight.
He
This
doesn't?
is really bad.
Yeah.
I think his send is bad.
I think he needed to push, maybe. Because he's not holding the 21 worker send from Shay. Although Shay's going for king upgrades. Shay? Nani?
Okay, so let's see. I think this... I mean, Piney should leak. And
It's
I
a
think
DPS
this is...
Ghost Knight here. On X-God's lane. Shay's obviously leaking everything.
Yeah.
Piney, how are you doing? He's actually not doing terribly. Like, he's going to leak, obviously, but... too badly.
Yeah, but he's leaking quickly and X-God just
X-God
holds.
leaks too.
And that's why they win. Because X-God is just smurfing.
Yeah, and this DPS Ghost Knight just chilling.
Oh, this Ghost Knight is such a bad send.
But a lot of these are quite low. There's no 4 eyes in the mix. Do they ever survive?
Maybe.
Another King spell.
Maybe.
Another King spell.
Yeah, they survive.
Survivors.
X-God and Shay also survive, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
this one's coming down to the wire, dude.
Yeah, but now X-God and Shay are super far ahead.
Yeah.
I don't see a way off mine panic. Maybe, because they always have a suicide play for 18, maybe?
Yeah.
Because
X-God is the holder on the side. Although Shay has just a ton of gold now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the problem is you don't really want to send on 18 into the double Hades of Piney. But 18 is actually a wave now, so you can very easily lose on wave 18.
Yeah. Piney's very good on 19. But his value is just so low. Like,
it's not... No one holds 19.
His worker push really paying off now. He's by far the highest workers in the game before that 16 send, and now sure the others have caught up a little bit, but he's still ahead even after everyone pushed from
Okay, they send here. Kraken?
Well, so does Offman
is this Kraken? Is this a Kraken for Shay?
Is Piney just leaking the prison? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if the shaman is... Oh, Piney, what is your send, dude?
Imp. Pack
No. You need shaman on 18.
You need the shaman.
The only reason to not send a shaman is if the enemy has a bunch of orchids and or Hades, where you need to make sure. Why are you sending a pack leader? Shay, can you... Why are you doing a region upgrade? Do you think he suicided?
I mean, Piney's very low value.
Yeah.
Very low value. But this is also his strongest wave.
He shouldn't hold, but he did specifically build only good units for this wave. And if Shay doesn't full send, doing a bunch of region upgrades or something stupid... I mean, X-God should still just hold here.
X-God's pretty solid. And reading the Imp send, he builds an Iron Scale. Oh, this is big. They're pretty similarly sized sends in all lanes, apart from Piney, who receives the most.
Lag?
We have a disconnect from Shay.
Disconnect from Shay, okay.
Uh-oh.
This game crashed. It shouldn't matter, though.
Yeah, this is not the bug that we had in the game that we joined partway through.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's wave 18 this time, but I wouldn't call it for one side or the other here. If this had to go to a remake. Because Piney has a chance to hold.
I'm whispering X-God that he can pause the game in the build phase.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Shay doesn't need to be here for this because I think someone's dying here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Off-Mind Piney just die here.
Yeah. Game automatically unpaused. Shay is not rejoined, but again, I do expect someone to die here.
I think Piney should... Piney holds. Piney holds.
Holding? Yeah, of course, it's his strongest wave.
Piney holds.
Does he hold?
Maybe not. Does this get another summon? It doesn't. It doesn't get the dragon.
It doesn't get the dragon. He needed to hold.
Oh,
X-God though. X-God. X-God does get the dragon.
Yeah. They win the race. They win the
Wow,
race.
if Piney got that dragon out,
Oh my
and
god,
it
they
was
would have won.
so close.
They would have won.
They would have won.
Holy shit. They would have just won. They might have just won, I'm not sure.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Oof.
Holy crap.
That one was about as close as it gets. Like,
Yikes.
if
Dude.
Piney gets that dragon summon there, he's just holding. Like, it's a guaranteed hold if he gets one more Thanatos.
But also, why the fuck are we sending Pack Leader and Mole into Piney on 18?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Shay,
Yeah.
please.
That could just
Dude.
be a large
A
number of
centaur.
dragon turtles.
Yeah. No, I'm memeing. The Centaur would also be bad, but
Yeah.
you know, large number of dragon turtles, and then
Man, that was a close game. So Xcod and Shay, they do make it through to day number 2. And yeah, that's a pretty exciting set of games that we've had today. Let me
yeah,
pop
I
my
think
faces
there are
back
no
on the
more
screen for the
games
end.
going on,
Yes.
right?
No, that's got to be the last one, right? Because that was a best of 3
it's the
and
last.
a remake, so I can't imagine that anyone else is. So I've got the bracket results here on screen, on my screen at least. The stream can't see it, so you're just going to have to use your imaginations. But we have, going through tomorrow, OnlyFans, Doofus and L1, who did cause the upset of the century there, beating the Giga Tryhard duo in day 1.
Oh yeah.
Now we know that they're going to be facing off against Canadian Star, that's Xcod and Shay. And on the lower half of the bracket, we have Abrasiert. I'm not sure who they are, and they are going to be playing off against Team Enabled, which is Kid K and Jenon. So that's a pretty cool lineup for day number 2. But I think we've had a pretty sweet day 1, honestly. Like, all of the games seemed pretty close, other than the like one-sided 2-0 that we started off with Shadow and Quacker. They kind of stomped their opponents a little bit. But every other series has gone to the full 3 games, and we've seen some really close finishes as well. So really well played to everyone. It's been an exciting day 1 to the Novacast, and I'm just excited to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow is surely going to be a very interesting day, because there have been very, very good performances today by all the teams that we watched. So I think this will be just amazing to watch.
Yeah, I've got to give a final shout out, I think, to Doofus McDooface, who really impressed me with his plays today. I think if there's anyone who you're going to give an award for like biggest improvement to, it's Doofus and L1. Like, those guys have actually played like a tier 1 team today.
Yeah.
Like,
and this was the first time they played like a tier 1 team.
Yeah. They've had a bit of a rough run so far in the first 6 Nova Cups. But maybe the July Cup is their time to shine. Like, they've just knocked out one of the favourites in the Giga Tryhard duo in day 1. And I certainly think they can beat Xcod and Shay if they play that well again tomorrow.
Oh, certainly. They certainly can.
So I'd love to see the OnlyFans in the finals. That would be pretty hype.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Where obviously they'll face off against Enabled, who are going to stomp Team Abrasiert. Abrasiert. Yeah. Guys, I think that's enough for one cast. You've had enough of our ugly mugs on screen.
Yeah, surely.
Julian, thank you very much for joining me. It's always a pleasure, my dude. The cast has been a lot of fun, actually. We've maybe memed a little bit more than usual for Nova Cup, but I've enjoyed it, and really that's what counts.
Yeah, I've also enjoyed it, so, you know, that's what counts.
Screw the professionalism. At least we're invited.
Exactly. As long as we have fun, everyone else is going to have fun as well.
As long as Lisk doesn't pull a Gabe, you know? Do you remember the James Too Good fiasco after one of the internationals? James is an ass.
Oh!
We will not be working with him again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're fired. What?
Pennywise is an ass. We will not be working with him again. Lisk, please, no. Go easy on me, Lisk. I promise. I'll be serious in future. That's a lie.
And then you invite Green Spirit to the cast tomorrow. Kick.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting fired after casting.
Yeah,
Alright,
and rightfully so.
Right, I think that's... before I put my foot in it even more, it's time to end the cast. So that's been a very hype series of games today. I hope everybody in Twitch chat has enjoyed it. I hope the players have enjoyed themselves, and I hope that we'll see you all back here again tomorrow for the Nova Cup Finals Day. So, guys, peace out.
Peace out.